Yes, people. Welcome back to another stream. Hope you guys are all doing well. Smash the likes up, man. Make sure you guys are subscribed to the channel as well if you guys are new. What a day, man. What a day. I can't believe it, bro. Absolutely insane. Last night was moving mad. We got the bomber last night. Then we're getting more bombers today. It's all going off. Everyone's got their own views. And apart from Jay, I've done quite well to sort of like not be on people's socials, try not to see what the lads are saying. So then like, I genuinely don't know what these boys are saying, man. But yeah, make sure you guys are smashing up the likes. Make sure you guys are subscribed to the channel as well if you're new. Lads, Savio, it looks like he's off. Fucking now, let me just start off with Bevo, man, because he's coming here with the glasses and the hat. What you saying, man? You look like you're buzzing about this.
Mate, I'm bringing the vibes. Do you know what I mean? I'm buzzing for this. Absolutely buzzing. I know there's a certain fraud in the chat on the panel that I need to have a conversation with tonight.
If this is me, man, if this is me, is it me?
Yes, of course it's about you. Mr. Negativity over there in the top right. Do you know what I mean? No, I'm buzzing for it. Absolutely world-class player. He's still only 24 years old, 24, 25. He's got plenty of room left to grow. And under Pep, he'll do bits. I'm sure of it.
Yeah, it is mad. It is mad. I can't honestly, boys. I still can't believe that this is actually happening, man. It's just come out of absolutely nowhere. This Savio thing, like, well, actually, it didn't, because this Graham Bailey went on Martin's channel last week and said this was happening. But yeah, boys, like, what you guys saying, man? Like, do we think this is the right move? Obviously, some people are saying it's not. Some people are saying we shouldn't be selling Savio. We should be keeping him. Some people don't rate Rodrygo. I don't know, man. Jump in, man.
It feels very weird to have only given this guy a year, and then kind of, and it's not like. So when I didn't see any of this until this morning when I woke up. So when I saw it, kind of like all the stuff from yesterday had already developed as much as it did yesterday. So I woke up to this, City don't want to sell, but we've had, an offer that we can't really ignore be made for him. And then next thing you know, David Ornstein's briefing that it's like 50 million euros. And I'm like, how the fuck can you not ignore 50 million euros? Like, that's not a lot of money for someone like Savio, who's 21 and has like the potential that he's got. He got the most, Savio got the most. I know that he had like a bit of an up and down season, as a lot of wingers do in their first year under Pep, or the first two if you're Jeremy Doku. But I think that he still got the most assists for us last season, ultimately, in the league, which is more than anyone else can say. So for us to sort of then be sort of met with an offer of 50 million euros, and for that to be the point where we start to go, oh, you know what? Actually, yeah, we can talk about this, Spurs. Let's talk, Mr. Levy. I don't really understand it. I think that he's obviously got a lot of potential. A lot of people are talking about the season that he had at Girona, which is something that we'd all love to see him replicate. I know we talked on this panel before about how when he actually did have a bit of run of games last season on the left, he was actually quite good output-wise in terms of getting. I think he got most of his assists in that position of the pitch, or at least half of them, despite only playing like 6 games there. So it's obviously, if we get Rodrygo, it'll soften the blow, and it'll make it all make a little bit more sense. But I don't ultimately understand why we've picked up the phone to begin with. I really just don't get it. Like, what has this guy done in 1 year that has shown Pep that he's not got what it takes to?
Do you not think? I'm not sure that's what's happening, Joe. I think Savio wants to leave.
But all the reports seem to say. All the reports seem to say that he's like open to the move, which to me suggests that he's not pushing it, because otherwise, that'd be the thing where it's, it'd be the phrasing would be different there. That says to me that Spurs have put in a bid, and Savio is ultimately of the opinion where, look, if you accept a bid, I'll listen. I'm open to the idea of going to Spurs if you accept a bid. But it's not like, it doesn't feel like Savio's like been tapped up ahead of time and is locked in on, I'm going to go to Spurs, and it's a case of the clubs now need to make it happen. I don't think that's the case at all, at least not from the wording that the journalists are putting out there.
I disagree. I think it is a Savio thing.
I mean, if it is, then ultimately, like, you know, if a player wants to leave, then he's kind of
maybe he's got
at
the
that point,
inclination. Maybe he's been given the inclination already over the last few weeks that he's probably not in like the first team plans. Obviously, with Oscar Bob coming back, you've had the new signings come in as well. If Savio's been given kind of any idea with, say, what they're doing in training, the starting 11 drills that they're doing, if he feels like he's not going to be in that starting 11 or nowhere near it, then it might. I think it probably is him that's probably asked to explore options elsewhere.
The thing is,
he's
with
only on 40
Jay,
grand a
bro,
week, isn't he?
I look at like, for example, Jack Grealish. I think he's been given the inclination that he's not going to be in the starting 11, hence why he's moved on. Like, for example, he didn't even get took to the Club World Cup.
As I say, I think I could have told you that.
He didn't get took to Palermo, and then you get Savio, and he was given these opportunities in pre-season. I think from that alone, I would have guessed that it would have been more the same as last season in terms of his minutes. I don't think minutes would have been an issue for me. I think Savio, he's a massive confidence player, innit? And I think he feels like he almost feels like he let the side down last season, not getting as many goals he would have liked. And I think being a footballer, it's a short career, lads. He might want a fresh start already. His head might not be in the game in terms of City. I think he wouldn't say no to a fresh start. Is what he's leaning towards.
But why? Why though, Steve?
I think he's a confidence player, man. You know what I mean? I think he feels a bit down about last season. I see it in his face. I see it in his eyes. The eyes never lie.
And probably money as well, boys. Probably money. He's only on 40k a week.
He's going to double his wages, man.
He's probably triple that. He's probably triple that at Spurs as a move into a top 16 or whatever they think.
And guaranteed minutes as well. He knows that he's probably going to go there and be the main winger for every single game and be a guaranteed starter.
For me, flash back a year to the start of last season or when we signed him. He was mooted to be going out on loan because Pep wasn't sure whether or not he'd be staying at City. So here we are a year later after a bit of an underwhelming season. People are getting upset about it. Think about where he was a year ago. Has he torn up trees? No. Does he have potential? Yeah. Have we seen glimpses of it? Not really. Assists? Yeah. Can't score for shit. What do we pay?
I think there's no doubt he's a
do you not think? Sorry, do you not think we've seen? Do you not think we've seen glimpses of his potential? I think we have.
I don't think I've seen him really play much of a bad game, man.
He's a good player, but here's the thing, right? We paid 30 million for him. He was never muted to be. He's a bit like Echeverri now. No one is expecting to start, and all this sort of stuff. So a year down the line, if we can double our money on him, and then yes, he's got potential, and everyone's still got Cole Palmer PTSD, and that'll never go away. But if he wants to go, if he wants to go, let him go. If he's not up for it, he's not up for it. Move on. If he thinks he's not going to get the game time, or we think that he's going to prevent Oscar Bob from playing, because we all know if Bob was fit last season, he would have started above Savio. We all wanted that, so now you're going to get that. So
I think that's fine.
Just let him go. We'll double our money. Let him go to Spurs. It's a downgrade for him. He'll get more money. And if he develops into some sort of tasty football, then yeah, okay, we can say that. But it's on Spurs to develop him then. And we all know, barring Cole Palmer, really, most people that leave City, and Alvarez, you could say, but it's a different standard, always go on to be a lesser of a player.
But I think with Savio, it's a little bit different in that we've seen another club what he's capable of. It's not like when a kid's come through the academy and all we really have to go off is, oh yeah, but he was mint in the Premier League too. Like we don't like that's we have a season in La Liga, and like, look, people can say that might have been a purple patch or it might have been a one-off mint season, but it's a full year where he had at the age of 19 a ridiculous season that none of our other wingers that we currently have at the club have got in their locker, like not one. And I don't see why that, and that to me says that if he goes to a Premier League club, and ultimately, like, look, he was inconsistent, but as I said before, he ended the season as our top assister in the Premier League. Granted, that was with 8, which shows how shit we were. But I think that the fact that he has got the raw ability, as we've all seen, like his first touch is great, his dribbling's great. All he has to work on is he's got pace. If he had that,
it's just that composure in front of goal, in it.
Exactly. If he had decent shooting boots last season, he'd have probably ended the season with like 20 goals and assists last season. And that's something that can be worked on and can be got at. And I don't like the idea that we're going to give him to fucking Spurs, where he's going to have all the time in the world to develop that and do that. Now, look, and people can say Cole Palmer left and he's the only one who's really been good. And like, obviously you've got elsewhere you've got. Well, actually, I'd say Lavia's also been pretty fucking good as well. But I think you've got other players who, you know, have gone and been worse versions of what they were at City. But I think the difference is, as I say, that with Savio, he's shown the level that he can be at, and he's also incredibly young. We've seen the level that he can do in a top league like Spain. And I just think that the idea of doing, like, you know, just being open to selling him. Look, if Savio's pushing for this hard behind the scenes, then it's a different story in it. But but ultimately, I can only go off what's being reported. And Savio is pushing hard for this move is not being reported. Like, it's just a case of the only wording, and everyone's very careful with the wording that they're using, is that Savio is open to the move, which to me says that Savio's camp have probably said, look, if Spurs make an offer that you deem acceptable, I'll listen. But I don't personally think, I know that LB disagrees and probably a couple of you others do as well, but I don't personally think that Savio is knocking on the door at City going, you'd better accept an offer from Spurs because I fucking want out. Like, I don't think that's happening at all. Personally.
I don't think we would have even entertained it, Joe, unless there was already something in the pipeline, though. I think City knew what was going on with this from before we even entertained Spurs.
But this maybe feeds into Rodrygo, doesn't it? Yeah.
Unless there's no way City didn't know about this Rodrygo stuff before making this decision about Savio. I'm convinced of it. Because do
you think we was putting him in the shop window then, Jay, in pre-season, mate? Do you think that's what we were doing?
The what?
Potentially. Do you think we was putting him in the shop window, like giving him opportunity, giving him minutes in pre-season, you know?
I don't know. I just think for some reason it's gone along. Maybe the fact that Rodrygo wasn't fully open or Real Madrid wasn't fully open. And something's happened within the last week where it seems to be now that Rodrygo has become fully available and we're all in on it. So now that this offer's come in from Spurs, and maybe they've spoke to us about it in the past over the summer, now that we kind of have space to offload people and try and make a bit of money in order to facilitate the deal, now I think that we've got hold of Spurs and said, right, listen, now we're open to the talks. Obviously, they know that Rodrygo's on the horizon, that we can start tapping him up now properly. So I don't think City would engage in conversations like this unless they had a foolproof plan on the other side.
Where I see it is you look at what we've got on the right wing. Now, for whatever reason, Pep don't like him on the left wing. For whatever reason that is, because he's had many opportunities to play him there and he just doesn't play him there. If you look at the options on the right wing, you've got Bob. You know, you can play Doku there. You know, you've got Bernardo Silva, you've got Phil Foden, you've got Savio. You've effectively got 5 players that can play in one position. And maybe he's just thinking, well, hang on a minute. I'm up against 4 other players here for a position. If I go to Spurs, I'm up against what? Maybe 1, 2? Like, I know I've got more chances of game time there than I do where I currently am.
No, I agree. I don't like Joe said, they'll probably play on the left. But listen, for me, I'm at the end of the day, I think this is a good deal if we end up getting Rodrygo. Now, obviously, we don't know if we are getting Rodrygo. By the way, Fabrizio has come out again in the last couple of hours and said, like, there are concrete talks now between City and Rodrygo. So it does look like it's picking up pace. However, at the same time, there's been some other guy, I can't remember his name on Twitter, there's some reporter who's saying another guy as well has come out on top of that and said, to back up Sasha, and said, City are actually in for Xavi Simons. So, and a couple of people on Twitter.
That's crazy, bro.
That's a mad move if that's true. You know, the Savio deal looks stinky if that's the. I mean, I'm not that keen on the Rodrygo move anyway in replace of Savio because I've always been vocal that I don't rate the guy as highly as other people do. Like, I'll be transparent about it, Bevo, and I'll tell the truth, right? I don't think he's all that he's made out to be, like this world-class winger that people like. We want to replace Doku and Savio potentially with wingers who put up good numbers. We've always moaned about the output of our wingers, and we're bringing in someone now who's already ready-made. He's already probably reached his ceiling, playing for arguably the best club in Europe.
No, you don't know that, though. You don't know that.
Come on, though. He's been in that first team for about 3 or 4 years now. And this guy scored 6 goals in about 35 games in La Liga last season. Is that not mediocre?
Get the numbers wrong before, didn't it, Jay, on Twitter?
Yeah. Is that not mediocre numbers? Is that not numbers that we've been moaning about?
How many assists did he get? How many assists did he get?
11. He got 40. See what Jay does, because he's got an agenda against Rodrygo. He just reports Rodrygo's La Liga goals. Yeah, forgetting that he actually scored 14 goals in all competitions with 11 assists. That's decent numbers, man.
That sounds all right, that, Jay.
It's dirty manipulation of stats, that, Jay.
Just right. Well, just listen though. In a league run, which is your bread and butter of football, in it, that's when you expect your players to perform to the highest level. They wouldn't necessarily be playing against European style teams every week. So you should be putting up good numbers in the league, in my opinion. For Real Madrid.
You've got to take into consideration, mate.
Is average.
You've got to take into consideration the situation he was in last year when he was playing with the mad ass front three. He was the fourth man who's just basically you just stand over and provide the rest of them. Bellingham's a knobhead, Mbappe's a knobhead, Vinny Jr. is the biggest knobhead in world football. So it doesn't fit in that.
Yeah.
Whereas the season before he was a baller, and the season before as a baller.
Also, find a 24-year-old with the amount of experience in La Liga and UCL that he's got. And really, when you look at it, it's going to be about 80 million quid. But, and that's what, I mean, no doubt Viana will turn around and say is 60 quid and a Snickers. But do you know what I mean?
He's an absolute killer.
I wouldn't call him a killer, Pulpit.
He is, I'm telling you, he is the guy. He is the guy that will, big moments, they won't bother him. He'll do it. He's been there, done it. He'd do it easily.
That's what I can get on board with. That's what I can get on board with.
He is the guy. He is the big moment guy. Yeah, he has got the bollocks to put it out there and say, there you go.
And what he does bring is he brings that Champions League experience. He's played in Champions League finals. He has got those big moments, and I can understand that, and I can see the qualities that he brings. That's why I'm not against the move. I'm happy for.
I'm changing your mind already.
I'm happy
3 minutes.
Also,
easy, wasn't it? Show over.
Also, did that Sasha say that we weren't getting Rodrygo? Who's to say we don't go and get both?
I mean, that'd be mad.
It'd be crazy.
Yeah.
On the Simmons one, mate. That's to me that stinks of agents bang at it.
Yeah, 100%.
No, it definitely does.
Listen,
the thing is for me,
they've got willing, and it's Chelsea. Chelsea want him. If you stab him now or never.
Bro, the thing is with this Rodrygo thing, is like at the end of the day, for me, it's a simple question: is he or is he not better than Savio? And if the answer is yeah, you pull the trigger.
He's better than all of our wingers, basically. And he's better
than all our wingers, bro.
I don't think he's better than Marmoush, but he is an equal.
In fact, Marmoush isn't really a winger, though, is it?
Well,
my thing with Rodrygo is that we'd be getting rid of Savio, who is right wing competition. Which, obviously, then then really, I don't think Bernardo's going to play much in the right this season, personally, because he's old as fuck. He's going to play the game at Anfield, 100%. That's going to be it. But otherwise, on the right hand side, if we get rid of Savio, the only options that we have are Bob, who's not played a full season of top flight football, recovering from an injury. Like, fuck knows how well he's going to play. We've got Foden, who I think we'd all like to probably see move back into the centre again at some point, but I'll take him out wide. That's fine. And then Rodrygo ultimately his frustrations with Madrid is that he wants to play on the left, but he can't play on the left with Madrid. So then, if you put Rodrygo on the left for us, where the fuck's Marmoush playing? Where the fuck is Jeremy Docker? I mean, I don't get me wrong, I'm not complaining that Jeremy Docker is going to be benched, but like it's going to be like, a case of it's going to be like Rodrygo is now suddenly now we've got three very good options because Marmoush has looked like towards the end of last season and in the friendly against Palermo and also a little bit during the Club World Cup as well that he's going to play off the left if Haaland's playing as well. So suddenly you've got three. And you're not gonna, and I'm not being funny, but like, if Rodrygo's going to cost us 80 million and sit on 300 grand a week, he's really not going to be the one who misses out in that situation, is he? So it's going to be a case of.
Yeah, you've also got great options as well to rotate. You can play Marmoush, Haaland, and Foden, and then you can play Rodrygo, Marmoush, Cherky. Like you've got the options there to switch it up. Whereas, like last season, like you look at Oscar Bob. Oscar Bob was injured for most of the season. We didn't really have, Foden went missing. We didn't really have too many options. So, like, it now gives us, like you say, like 3 or 4 potential world-class front threes that we can just keep rotating.
You know what, as well, just quickly, Pulpit, is we're going to have quality, serious quality. Not because last season, we looked to our bench, there wasn't much there. And even if there was, it was potential, Champions League final, right? Let me read you some of the names that was on our bench in the Champions League final against Inter Milan, mate. Cole Palmer was on the bench, Julian Alvarez was on the bench. Aymeric Laporte was on the bench, and Riyad Mahrez was on the bench.
Foden was as well, wasn't he?
Foden was on the bench as well.
Kyle Walker.
Kyle Walker started on the bench.
Yeah, this is what I'm saying. So the point I'm making is that like people go, oh well, if we get all these players, then some of them will leave next summer. Well, if they leave, that's because they've not been good enough because they're not in the team. But if it means we win another Champions League, I'll sign that contract right now. I'll sign the deal right now, mate. Yeah, because that's what we did. We need to go back to having better players. Yeah, a lot of people I think have like got so like in this. Oh, we need a bigger squad. We need a bigger squad. Yeah, we can have a bigger squad. But if the bigger squad is full of average players, you're going to get average results. We need better players. You look at the treble year. The reason we won the treble, it wasn't some mad thing. It's because we had the best players and we were stacked everywhere. And a couple of them will leave. And then but the mistake that we made is that when we then sold the players, we didn't replace them with the quality. So me and Jay spoke about this before. We let Cole Palmer go, replaced him with Doku, and then got Savio. We let Mahrez go, didn't replace him. We then let Alvarez go, didn't replace him. So the facts is, we had the players, and unfortunately, it's just a fact. The transfer strategy since the treble has not been good enough. We've made poor signings, and now we're making good signings. The sort of signings that we made that won us the treble, everyone's going, not everyone, but people are going, oh, why are we doing this? This isn't, for me, this is a top class signing if we can get Rodrygo across the line. And if that means someone sees their ass at the end of the season and wants to leave, see you later. You will sell you, and we buy the next guy in.
Well, we've got. If you think about it, right? If you do the quick maths on it, Grealish is on 300 grand a week. That's his wages covered. Simple as that. Already straight away, and that's a squad like for like there. Savio, Slavio, and McAtee. The fees for them two, who we all agreed were probably McAtee's not good enough. Savio won't have played much next year, so you're swapping all them three elements for a world class forward. And that is one.
Is he world class though? Can we call him world class?
He is as well.
He is world class.
He's not world
Jay,
class.
Jay, you're just a hater. Okay. Let the guys do. Let the Glazers free. He's world class.
I think he's good, but world class.
World class, mate.
He's world class.
You can play him anywhere across the front three as well.
He's been pushed out because of the attitudes of Real Madrid and the players they've got. He is world class. No, he's not. Yeah, he is. Trust me, he's world class.
I don't think he's world class.
The key thing you have to listen to, lads, is the people on the inside, innit? So everyone in Madrid's camp have said that he's like the most talented kid in there, and Bellingham. He said that. I've looked when I look at him, when I watch him play, he looks better than his numbers suggest as well. I'll give him that. He does look class on the ball and that. For me, I've not really got doubts about Savinho's future. But, I can see why he's after the move. I can see it in his body language, his confidence isn't here at Man City. I think that's why I actually do believe he would play a lot next season. But, I can see why he's after the move. But, at the end of the day, Rodrygo's he's a clear upgrade for me. So
I'm taking names in the chat. I'm taking all these names that people have said, L Pulpy. Taking names because the receipts will come.
I don't get stressed out about stats either. Like, for me, you look at Bernardo Silva. He's never been one for stats. You look at Bernardo Silva. What's his best season where he's got goals and assists? Like
he don't play in the front three though, Bevo, does he? I think that's what we're talking. Like people want to move away from these wing. Like all we've done for 12 months is moan about numbers when it comes to Doku and Savio and the wingers that don't score goals and they don't get assists. And I'm just worried. Like look at that season, man.
It's been addressed, bro. That has been addressed already. That has been addressed with Rodrygo coming back. Right, okay, I'll tell you how. I told you before, I'll tell you again. Rodrygo's coming back into the team, yeah? He'll add GNA, yeah? Tijani Reinders will add GNA.
We're not depending on our six for GNA. No.
The fact is, last season, we were heavily reliant on Erling Haaland to get all the goals, everything. Now, we have a number of players in that team where the goals will be spread around. Last year, they weren't spread around. Reinders got 15 goals. He almost got a hat-trick yesterday. He's going to get, 10 Prem goals, easy. Rodri will get probably 7. Yeah, Cherky will probably get 10. Foden should be getting 15 plus if he's back on the game. Mamu should be getting
This is all in a perfect world.
It's a big question mark on some of them.
Perfect, J4. Even if you get 5 of them 7 right, it's still 100 goals.
Exactly. You don't need to buy another winger now that gets you 20 because the goals are spread around.
But even so, Rodrygo's Yeah, I was gonna say, even so, Rodrygo's numbers over the last 3 or 4 years suggest that he will still give you that no matter what. Like, it's still like he still gets 20 plus goals and assists over the last few years.
LB would have told me that last summer about Savio after his year in Girona. He'll get 8 Premier League goals. He'll get. Do you know what I mean? And he got 1.
Yeah, but he's 20. Yeah, but he's 20.
All right, trying to guess.
He's 20. When we signed him, he was a 19-year-old. That is totally different to a 24-year-old from Madrid who scored in Champions League semi-finals.
Still put up better numbers in La Liga for Girona than Rodrygo's just done.
What did he do in the Champions League?
He wasn't playing in the Champions League, was it?
Oh, correct. So we didn't see what it was like in the big European.
But this is what I mean. It's all right saying beforehand that Rodri's going to score 8 goals and round it, but we would have said that last year. And look,
I'll tell you what, Jay. Though I'm willing to have a bet, £100 bet that Rodrygo will get 10 Premier League goals minimum.
I'm not denying that. I'm sure he will if he does.
Well, that's good, man.
That's 9 better than Savio.
Either way, I don't look at paper numbers. Do you know what I mean? I use my eyes, and I've got 4 of them, and I can tell you he's a quality player.
It's on the Savio thing. I was listening to the Let Me Talk podcast earlier with Sam Lee and Mooney. And they were going through, like, Sam Lee was talking about, like, the idea of, like, obviously he played a lot of minutes last season. I think it was like 3,000 minutes or something like that. And he started to question, maybe it's like an Alvarez situation where it's maybe he's playing a lot of games, but he's not playing the games that, like, he wants to play, if you know what I mean, like the ones where you're playing all the big moments and stuff. He started home and away against Madrid in the knockout stage of the Champions League. He started the semi-final of the FA Cup. I'm pretty sure he started the final of the FA Cup as well. Like, the guy is, like, he's starting important games or he has done in the last season, in his first season at the club. If there is any inclination, and obviously I'm still not 100% sure this is the case, and until it gets reported, I'm not going to assume that it is. But if there is any inclination that Savio is the one pushing this deal, I've got no idea why. I don't understand what's happened in this first year of his time here that's made him think, you know what, it can't just be as simple as money. The guy's already like tripled his salary moving from.
He's on 40 grand a week.
According to the same, no, he's on 40 grand a week according to the same like bullshit websites that say that fucking like Edison's on 100. Like it's mad.
From a sister club.
On the plus side as well, he's already had a taste of Spurs at City last season because we won fuck all too.
It's like I just don't really understand, like, on the where maybe obviously if a conversation's been had with Pep, and maybe maybe he sees the return of Oscar Bob and thinks that's another bit of competition.
I think that might
obviously Bob and Foden competing for that right wing spot with him. He probably thinks maybe my place isn't quite as secure here as it used to be. Also, maybe I just want to play on the left a little bit more, and Spurs can offer me that. Maybe it is just as simple as that, and there's nothing we can really do about that. But as far if I'm just looking at what's been reported. And what has been reported is that Spurs are open to making a bid for us. Savio is therefore open to having the conversation with Spurs if we accept a bid. I'm just really baffled as to what he's seen about.
Joe. For me, bro, I think you're missing one crucial part of that situation, that theory, and that is if Savio didn't want to leave City, when Spurs say, "Oh, we'd sign you," why don't he just go, "I don't want to join you"?
Like Livermento did.
Because he obviously wants to leave, otherwise he just shut the deal down.
But is it different between if I get offered a job in Dubai where I'm going to earn like double my money, I'll consider it.
But you're not going to Dubai.
But I'm not knocking on my boss's door saying let me go to Dubai. Like you bet, like you know what I mean? Like, there's a difference between the two.
You're going to Spurs. You're already in Dubai.
You're going to live in London, like you're going to live like in a very nice part of the country. Where, as Pulpy says, a side effect of that is you probably will double or maybe even more your wage.
Spurs, bro, this is the thing. Like he's leaving Manchester City, being coached by Pep, where he's played a lot of minutes last year. He played 3,500 minutes. He's our second most played attacker in the whole season and our 8th most played player in the entire campaign. Yeah, there is absolutely no reason for him to leave unless something he's seen something that he doesn't like. Now it could be Oscar Bob coming through, and he maybe Pep has told him said,
if that's the case, LB, then I'm not interested.
Yeah, if that's the case, then yeah, Oscar Bob pops.
Fact,
it could be anything.
Yeah. If that is the case,
listen,
we obviously don't want to fight for his spot, does it? So
you've got to be willing to fight, man, and he's got the ability to fight. He's got ability. He needs to have confidence in himself.
Yeah.
This is more this is more me. Like I say, but I'm not saying that this is like this is more me. Yeah, like as that says there, it's being open and pushing for a move are two different things. But this is more.
That's your
me.
boy, though, innit? You know what I mean?
This is more. Go and listen to the City Ramble, boys. This is more me, like trying to fathom. And look, maybe it just is that Savio just doesn't fancy a fight, and he just wants to go somewhere. He'll have a nice, easy life, live in London, double his wage, and just get easy, like a nailed-on start on the left wing every game. Maybe that's just as simple as that, and that's what he wants. In which case, if that's his mentality, then in a bit. But
Yeah.
I'm just saying that based off his first season at the club, he's had a lot more rope than a lot of other players have had in their first seasons in that position at Manchester City, and he's not even been that shit in one of our shittest seasons in recent history, and he wasn't one of the worst players in the pitch by any means. I just find it really if it just comes down to the fact that I want to double my wage and have an easy life, then that's understandable. Even
do you not think if Pep
but...
really wanted him as well, he'd be staying at the club? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
He's the man that's got to make the main decision at the end of the day. And if he's not got him in his full-on plans moving forward, he's seen enough of him the entirety of last season. He's given plenty of minutes. He's seen him on the pitch. He's obviously seen him on the training pitch as well. If Pep wants you at the club, you would be staying.
He probably just wants Rodrygo more. I think it's just as simple as that. I think he'd be like, right. I think if no bid came in for Savio this summer, he's going to be absolutely fine going forward with Savio. But if one has come in and Viana's like, look, if we get rid of him, maybe we can get in Rodrygo. Then obviously Pep is going to be quite happy to move Savio on, if he's going to get Rodrygo. But I don't think it's a case of Pep doesn't rate Savio. It's just Rodrygo's better.
Situation that's developed, and it's such life, isn't it?
I just think that like Savio is the one that wants to leave. He's probably told City that he'd be open to a move, and City have gone, you know what? We could probably sell him for 60, and Rodrygo's on the market for 85. This actually could really work out.
What do you think he's worth? What do you think the deal is then for Savio, price-wise?
It should be no less than 60. It should be no
60.
less than 60.
I think
70. Because I said this before. Because it's Tottenham and they flap their gums about us and Daniel Levy.
80 all day.
They can take 70 million.
We won't
70 million.
No, but that's what it should be.
No, we should be putting a Daniel Levy tax on it because of what he did to Harry Kane and numerous players. Fuck him, he can eat the dick and then we'll move on.
Yeah,
if Rodrygo's worth 86,
but then Rodrygo doesn't happen then if we
exactly. Rodrygo's worth 86. I think 60 for Savio. I think
you'd have to find a middle ground, wouldn't you? Because like Jay just said, Rodrygo will go out the window then because we won't get the sale. They'll just pull out in that case.
If we have like,
and then it's going to be a bait season, isn't it? Because
I think 70. I'm saying 70 million.
Yeah,
that's your price.
I
think we'd be
70
lucky
including add-ons,
but it shouldn't be less than 60. I think we'd be lucky.
We'll have hands pulled down if it's less than that. But I'm saying 70 million. I think that's fine. If it was any other club outside the top 6 or another Europe, I'd say Sticks is fine. But because it's Spurs, you can fuck off 70.
If we get 60 with like 10 million in like semi-achievable add-ons, and maybe we only ever see 5 million of it because Spurs will never win anything,
or a little
then I'm all right with that.
They won't do sell. I've said this before. I said this as well, Jay. The big 6 teams will not give sell on clauses and stuff to each other.
They're not a big 6 team, no. They fucking come at 17
in terms of financial power, they are. The big teams will not give carrots. We didn't get it with Palmer. I wasn't expecting anyone's ever give it to us. They just don't do it.
The clear thing for me as well, lads, is going back to what Jay said a minute ago. Like if you look at Kovacic, Pep and the backroom staff, they were clear and said we're not entertaining anything about Kovacic. We want him to stay.
Yeah.
They're not doing that for Savio, innit?
No, exactly.
Like, I'm not hearing nothing about that. And in fact, why did they even say that, man? Why are they desperate to keep this Kovacic guy, man? Why? It's frustrating still.
It is crazy considering we've got to clear out space and it's Savio the one that's
they're like, I'm not entertaining, he's experienced. No. That's bollocks, man. Like it's frustrating.
That's just a more of a frustration with the whole window in it, really. Like we've gone into this window all wanting this the average age of the squad to be significantly reduced, and instead we're getting rid of all the kids.
And
like Echeverri, Reece, obviously Savio if he goes, McAtee's leaving. Like all these youngsters are going, whether it's some on loan, some being sold. Meanwhile, we're keeping fucking Kovacic, Gundogan, and Bernardo, like all three of them. Akanji is still somehow knocking about the gaff.
I can't do Kovacic slander. Can't do it. I'm sorry, we can't say and accept a Kovacic slander. He is.
I like him, but
And he has. I'm telling you, he has got one thing in our team that nobody else has got. Nobody can carry the ball over 5 yards like him. No one.
I like
He's
him.
an important member of the squad.
I like him, but I like him, but in a summer like this, if Saudi are coming in and saying we'll give you like 20 mil for him, you bite the hand off. Like he's that kind of player.
Let me do these supers because I want to come on to that later. And I want to stick with the Rodrygo and see where you guys actually think this guy's going to play. Let me do the supers and we'll keep it moving. Big up to Unknown says I think Rodrygo will be starting left wing. Doku will become rotation player. On the right wing, we'll see Bob, Foden, Cherky, depending on the game will play, says Unknown with a weird profile pic. Big up to you. Big up Benles says we're buying £100 million player for a guy who isn't better shooter than Mamouche, isn't a better touchline winger than Savio. Don't tell me he is. Go watch the games. What a waste, he says. Fucking hell.
There we go. There we go, Benles.
Chris says, Reinders, Ike Nori, Cherky, Trafford, Rodrygo. Bracket right back, says Chris. He says, don't forget, World Cup year, Savio was left out also. And then he says, Jay, do you rate Salah? He got 30 goals.
No, he's shit.
Yeah, well said, Jay. I'll back you on that.
So you're a hypocrite then?
He's an absolute... I'm a hypocrite then.
So if Rodrygo gets Rodrygo gets 6 goals and he's shit, but Salah gets 30 goals and he's shit, then who's good?
He can't win, bro. Everybody's shit.
But he just spams penalties, man, and like.
So what you're looking for is a winger that's going to score 15 goals and be a proper techie baller.
So does that mean Cole Palmer's shit then?
I need middle ground, man.
Does that mean Cole Palmer's shit? Because he just farms penalties, doesn't he?
Nah, Palmer's sick, man. Palmer's sick. That's different. Palmer gets pure.
It's different now. It's different
Why is that
now.
different?
Why?
I heard you used to go out in Withenshaw with him. That's what this is, isn't it?
Yeah, Palmer's my boy, man.
Yeah.
Can never
got a Luke Shaw fraud wannabe at the top, right?
let me just finish off these chats. Big up Chris, man. Big up you says the question is Rodrygo fine with playing right winger? Rodrygo has to come in and just be part of the team. Everybody else gets played out of position. Yeah. So if Rodrygo wants
he's already doing that at Madrid, though.
Nah,
he's not
I think he's not coming to us unless he's got some assurances he's playing on the left. Like no chance.
You know, I don't think he's that bad. I don't think it's that like that. If he's playing the right wing at Madrid, it's because he's being moved because he's got to accommodate people with attitude problems and egos, and I don't think that's why he's enjoyed it. Would he enjoy playing at City in a fluid system where he can play and he's going to move about a bit and he's going to have a bit more freedom and he's going to be appreciated? Yeah, I think he would play right wing under that circumstances. Madrid, no.
He's going to have to if Pep tells him to. That's the fucking thing.
He's not getting guarantees about playing left wing.
No, you can't. And we better not have that in his contract as well.
He'll never be in his contract. Nothing like that will ever be in a contract.
Because I've heard shit like that before where people have come in and demanded like these minutes and stuff like that. I don't
understand why he wants to leave Madrid then, lads. Because
they're full of knobheads. They're full of knobheads up front, and I think he's just had enough of working with them. Would you want to work with 3 dickheads if you didn't have to?
I'd have a back being a happy at City. So
this is the bit where everyone who is still in employment just goes like, "Nah, I'm all right, thank you." Everyone who works in an office is like, "I'm not touching that question."
Yeah. Everyone's got me confused as well. You know, LB, one sec, right? I'm getting some heat in the chat, me. So I just want to clarify. I actually want Rodrygo at the club. I think it will be a good You've been slagging him off. He's world class. As everyone makes out that he is. That's my only issue. Do you know what I mean? I think he'll be a decent player for us, kind of rotating with the other players that we've got in a similar position. But when you're talking to me about being world class and scoring 20 plus goals, that's where I just don't see it. Right?
Consult the polls, LB. Have a look at the poll. I said it was world class, and I got L's in the chat.
Oh yeah, is Rodrygo world class? Yes, we've had 700 votes on it so far.
Go on.
78% of people are saying he is world class.
Glazers, man. This is because he's coming to City. No one would have said that last year if you would have asked them.
They're all on the hype train, isn't it?
Right. I mean, what else does he have to do to be world class, guys? Farming fucking trophies. He's scoring big goals against big teams. He single-handedly knocked us out the Champions League. He's got an absolute banger against Atletico Madrid Champions League. This guy is a big game player, and yet he might not get the big numbers, yeah. But it's not just about G&A, mate. It's about big game performances, and for me, Rodrygo is a big game player. And
what did he do? What did he do in the big games last year? Did he not?
Atletico Madrid.
Did you
not watch the Atletico Madrid game?
They flopped every single competition they were in and absolutely.
He's now responsible for the whole team now, apparently.
You know that was better than Vinny Junior, mate.
You said he's a big game player, so I asked you what he did in the big games last year.
He is a big game player.
Don't try to reason with a J agenda. It's just not. You're not going to get anywhere.
He's a horny footballer, mate. I've even brought my homework for this one.
Again.
Right.
I want him in. I want him to come.
Right. Jay's just said that. I want him to come. Right.
But I just don't think he's world class, man.
Right. Jay's just said I want him to come. Right. This was 10:56 this morning. If this is leading to Rodrygo as well, then it's even worse, in my opinion. A player who has already reached his ceiling and is absolute cat piss.
Repeatio.
I agree because I think Rodrygo has already reached his ceiling. He's played in the Madrid team for 4 years, right? He's putting up numbers like 6 and 6 in the league. Well done, mate, Rodrygo. World class, that fucking hell. But I saw Savio as having a higher ceiling than Rodrygo. I think he could have gone on to be better. I think he was a good finish away from being one of the best wingers in the world. Now, this is my only argument, right? I think Rodrygo is obviously at a higher level now because he's more ready-made to come into the team. But I have no doubt in my mind that if something clicked for Savio in that final third and with his composure in front of goal, I have no doubt that he would have been better than Rodrygo.
It's not clicked for Savio, but it's already there for Rodrygo. And we've already got it. It's ready-made. It's ready to go. Savio might, but he might not.
That's the gamble you're taking, it. That's the gamble you take. And I
surely the gamble you take is the one that's right in front of you, where you're getting a certified player that we know can deliver the goods, rather than going if.
That's absolutely fine. And I think that it is a good move based on the fact that we've took too many gambles with project players over the last couple of years. And we have spoke about bringing people who are ready-made to come into the team. So like I've said, I'm happy for Rodrygo to come in and have a crack with.
That's not what you said at 10 o'clock this morning, Jay.
Mate, just say sorry, mate. Just say sorry and we'll move on.
Again,
say sorry.
I have no doubt in my mind that Savio could end up being a better player than this guy. I think
it's a weird thing, isn't it? It comes down to how much, and I think a large part of this is just because Pep doesn't have long left on his contract as well. To be honest, it's like, do you want to go for the guy who? Do you want to keep the guy who's currently 20, turning 21 in a couple of months, and hope that he finds the thing that is going to make him a world class winger when he hasn't done it over the last 12 months? Or do you sell that guy and you're already getting rid of one of the other homegrown players anyway in McAtee, and you just use that money to buy the guy who is obviously already like a level or two above what you've currently got and just go for the short term? I mean, he's 24, so it's not short term, but it's short term for Pep because he's only here for another 2 years after this. Like, he's probably not going to be here for the next 4 or 5 years, is he? I strongly suspect this is probably his last contract with us, and then he's done. And at what point? And from his point of view, he's not thinking, look, Savio in 4 years is going to be way better than Rodrygo is now. Bucks. He's thinking, who's better right now? And at the end of the day, as I think we all agree, it's Rodrygo, and that's probably ultimately what Pep cares about, which makes it really annoying that on the other hand he's making decisions like fucking keeping Kovacic and Gundogan around because they're good now. But in 1 year, they're not going to be at the club because they'll both probably be gone. But that's just part of the Pep short-term, here and now kind of thinking. And that's good in some ways because we might get Rodrygo, who's better than Savio. But it's bad in some ways because we're getting rid of a player like Savio who could be amazing. And we're keeping these players.
Well, remember, Joe, we still have Bob. I think Bob's better than Savio anyway. So we still got Bob. It's not like we have no winger who's like got that potential and that. You've still got Bob there. And I'm not being funny, mate, yeah? And Jay, yeah, it's another L for you, mate, yeah? Because last week you was moaning, saying, how are you trying to tell me Bob's better than Savio and that? Bro, anyone who's watched Bob with the eyes, yeah, knows that Bob is a legit baller.
Is that what you said, Jay, bro?
There's so many Jay's got so many receipts on Jay. It's just so funny.
LB watches one pre-season game, yeah, and just tells me straight away that a player's the fucking best in the world. Like, he'll watch one pre-season game or a kid play against fucking, like, McAtee will play against under 19s when he's like 25 and he'll go, oh, McAtee's min. Do you know what I mean? Like, you can't.
I see more in Bob in 5 minutes against Newcastle than I see Savio's whole season.
I see a prolonged period playing men's football at a high rate. I have no doubt.
And that's why, I get the stonks of the early investments, mate. Yeah, because I'm going in early on some of these players, mate. Yeah, like the Sarnes when I seen him for Schalke play against City in the youth league, mate. Yeah, I go in again on Bob, mate. Bob is better.
You
than
also
him.
went in on Sancho as well. Dog shit.
Sancho's a baller.
Yeah.
Not my fault.
Not
He
himself.
went United.
Sancho
Yeah,
got
Sancho's a
United.
baller, man. He went to a graveyard, bro.
Oh,
Not my
come
fault.
on, man.
United have decided to ruin his career.
Yeah.
That's
Wait,
his-
LB, I think you're forgetting that you was crashing out last night as well when Savio was going. And you
I was
changed
crashing
your mind
out because
now
I
because
didn't think we
Rodrygo
was going to
was
sign a
coming.
replacement. I thought we were selling him and just leaving.
Yeah,
it
last
and just-
last night Rodrygo wasn't even in the conversation last night, so
wasn't
it's
even-
understandable.
I was having to tell you to calm down last
Yeah,
night.
I know.
You was ready to sell. You was ready to sell Doku as well. Get rid of them all just because one player's going. You was
I
trying to get
endorse
rid of
that.
half our
I
team.
endorse that. Let's have a bit of that,
Right,
please.
let me finish these chats off, boys. Big up Ben Les again, man. Says Rodrygo isn't a weak winger either. He's an inside forward, second striker. Just look at his highlights. It's all inside. There's no touchline play. Why
Yeah,
are we
that's
getting
standard.
subbed?
I'm happy with that. If
Where's
that's
the
what he
variety?
is, I'm happy with that.
I also think that that's perfect for the system this year. I don't think it would have worked for last year because we didn't have a left back that could actually go forward. Now we've got Ain't Nori that runs that line like he's so confident at doing it. You can have that left winger in Rodrygo inverting. So
I agree. That's a good point, Ben Les. Answer the super chat, Ben. I think Ben was right. Like
That guy was trying to hate as well, you know, on Rodrygo, but that actually works for us.
bro, if you got Nunes bombing forward, you don't want touchline winger. You want Nunes getting down the. Nunes' best games last season at right back was when he was getting down the wing, getting crosses in. So do you really want a touchline winger? I don't. I want him inside forward.
I think we're
Cheers,
going in that
Ben.
direction, aren't we? And this transfer proves it even more. The fact, and even like the link to Xavi Simons, which has come from so left field, he's another one of those same kind of players who drifts in and picks up those central positions. And it just looks like we're trying to go in that direction more and more, doesn't it? It is a bit worrying the fact that it's looking like we might be a little bit one-dimensional. The fact that we're using these fast-pacey wingers that look to take on the man. Especially if we get rid of Doku like LB wants as well, because then we'll have no high and wide wingers who want to take on the fullback.
Well, we had 1 year of that, and how did that turn out?
But do you know what I mean, though? You still need that little bit of a change.
Yeah, you need that, innit, Jay? You need a guy
Yeah,
like
bring him
Doku,
off,
bro.
bring him off
You do
the
need that
bench.
electricity in
Bring him
certain
off the bench for 15, 20 minutes to play. Like, fine. I just don't want him starting games when he's like not consistently good enough to do it.
I don't think we're one-dimensional. I think if you've got right, Cherky, Foden, Bob, Rodrygo, Marmouche, and Doku, I think you've got loads of variety.
You got bare variety there, innit? I think.
Loads of variety, man. I don't know where this one-dimensional thing's coming from.
Even a guy
I'm
like
saying that
Cherky, he's perfect
they're
for
all
this
the
new
same
system.
type of player, aren't they? They're
Are they?
all probably pick up
No.
wide positions and drift inside.
I don't think they are all the same type
What
of player.
Marmouche, Cherky, Foden, Xavi
No.
Simons, if he comes, Bob, they all start out wide and drift into central areas from
Jay,
wide
man.
positions.
Bob can go on the wing. Easy. He did it against Palmero.
If he
But
plays,
the key thing as well, Jay, is we still got Doku, so don't worry, bro. He ain't going nowhere.
yeah, as long
You get me?
as Doku stays,
now.
we're all
Yeah.
right, man. We need that outlet.
Doku's there to switch it up. You know what I'm saying?
That clock's ticking.
Mamouche is like a striker from the wing. You know, you got Cherky, Foden, sexy footballers, man. You know what I mean? We're in good hands right now, man. We're cooking. Man City are going to be back next season, man.
Let's hope so.
All right, let me finish off these super chats, boys. Big up MCFC says, I'm actually shocked by the amount of people being negative. I find it fake outrage. Savio is a very talented player, but he wants to leave, and we will upgrade with him with a winger, with a winner like Rodrygo. Guys,
Where has he said that he wants to leave though?
Correct.
Oh, come on, bro. You know he wants to
Nah,
leave.
man.
No,
man.
he's not
Nah,
said
man,
it.
I
Yo,
don't
like
know.
this is the
He's
thing I
not
don't
come
get.
out, Joe, and say, I want to leave.
No,
in
but
the
but
press.
journalists will. Journalists will happily say. I don't expect Savio to do an interview and say, "I want to
He
leave
said-
Manchester
he
City."
said he's
But I
open
expect
to
Fabrizio Romano or David Ornstein to be able to say, "Player actively wants the move," which they have done with so many other players in the past in these transfer situations. But it's not there with Savio, and that's the thing where I'm just thinking
Savio wants to leave.
the words "open to a move" do not
don't know,
mean
man. I don't think
I'm
he
knocking
wants
on
to
the door
leave
and telling
that
Pep to let me go.
bro.
That's
If
not the
you're
same
looking
thing.
for a move, though, you're not fully locked in, and I don't want players that aren't fully locked in.
I'm with Beppo.
Yeah, that's fine.
Bro,
Yeah, I
if he
can
didn't
understand
want
that.
to leave, Joe, soon as his agent rang him up and went, "You're right, Savio." He's like, "Yeah." He says, "I've got Spurs on the phone." Savio would have gone, "See you later." Phone down.
Okay, no. Okay, so let's say that
He's
pick up the
open
phone.
to it, bro.
He
Different.
picks up the phone and goes, right, Spurs are offering for you. They'll give you
Oh,
100 grand a
let's
week
see
and you're
what you
currently on
want.
40. He'll say, yeah, they're offering you 100 grand a week and you're currently on 40. And you go, well, I'm at a club where I'm winning, or I'm going to win stuff, or I can go to Spurs and get double my money. If City accepts a bid, I'll consider it. Boom. That's the conversation, and that means open to a move.
Football's a short career. You know what I'm saying? You got to do for you, man.
But LB, you've got to accept that conversation that I just described there, even if we don't know for a fact that that's what it is, but that conversation can be construed as being open to a move. But that doesn't mean that Savio's knocking on Pep's office, going, "Let me go, mate. Spurs want me." Like that. Those are two totally different things, in my opinion. And those are and one is actively wanting the move, which is telling City, "Sell me. Spurs want me. I want to go." And the other is, well, if City accepts a bid from Spurs, then I'm open to it. Those are two completely different scenarios in my head. And we've no evidence that the one that they want, and we've no evidence that the one where he's pushing actively for the move.
Because you're just ignoring the fact that he wants to go to Spurs. He wants to leave Manchester City.
But there's a difference between the two. Like wanting, like I can want to work in Dubai if someone's going to offer me twice the amount of money, but I could also want to stay in Manchester if no one's going to offer me that job. Like, you know what I mean? Like the two things can still exist.
But you do want to go to Dubai, right?
If someone's offering me twice the money,
the
Dubai thing doesn't work. The Dubai thing's not working, but
it's not working. But he's
the
Spurs
thing works though.
The fact is, the guy wants to leave. If he didn't want to leave, he wouldn't be going to Spurs.
Right? Are we all under the same illusion that it's the right thing to do and let him go and get Rodrygo? Are we all accepting that's the right thing to do? But even Jay might even have
Right.
So what does it matter if he wants to go, wants to stay, wants to fucking, he's crying his eyes out on the floor, he's getting done and he's going and we all move on and we get a better player? Doesn't fucking matter at the end of the day.
It doesn't matter. It's just weird.
No, it doesn't. And it's likely to come out in the press in a couple of days that he wants to go out. So at the end of the day, the result doesn't matter. We're getting an upgrade, a massive upgrade.
Yeah,
and we've just got to live with it and move on.
I agree. Right, let me actually finish these chats off. Big up Sancool says, by the way, people putting bomb. Yeah, people putting bomber in the chat. I'll come to it in a second. I don't know what it is. 100 GNA.
The guy's talking shit.
Yeah, 100 GNA in the last 4 seasons for Rodrygo. JLLLL says Sancool. Perfect Soul says, move doesn't happen if Savio doesn't want to go. So now it's about the best option to replace him. And honestly, his finishing has been horrific, says Perfect Soul. Yeah, I don't think many people disagree with you on that one. Big up Che for becoming a channel member, man. I appreciate it. Big up to you, man. By the way, guys, smash these likes up, man, if you've not done so already. In it, 1.5k in the building. Let's get these likes up. Make sure you guys are subscribed as well. Hit the like button, man. Big up Che, big up Sol, big up Sankel. Kaiser says, who would you prefer off the bench to make an impact in a close game? Rodrygo has proven it, where Savio has not. Need to think short term with Pep right now, says Kaiser. I agree that we've got to think short term, 100%. Joe was saying this before. Daniel says, I feel like you guys overlook the fact that Rodrygo played right wing and hugely compromised his numbers. Out of our attackers, Savio is the worst one, says Daniel. This is another thing. If you actually look at this guy's numbers on the left, it's insane. It really is. So
that's a good point, though, bro. Because he's a right-footed guy playing on the right-hand side. So obviously that's going to hinder his output. Surely, I would think.
I mentioned this before with I think it was with Martin. How many teams in the Premier League play with the old school wingers, left side, right side? They don't. I can only think of one.
Many, yeah.
Dwight McNeil is the only one I can think of that
McNeil
plays for Everton on the left hand side. So everyone's a cutting merchant nowadays.
Yeah. No facts.
I mean, I don't know if anyone in the chat can add anyone else to that, but I don't know anyone that is actually.
Nah, everyone plays it like
that.
Fact
remains, isn't it?
Yeah. It's true. Now, big up Daniel, man. Big up Toe again says Rodrygo will be amazing in City's system versus part of the bus teams. Amazing in tight spaces, could shoot from anywhere. Omar isn't as good in tight spaces, says Toe.
You know what it is with Rodrygo? I've seen his quality of finishes, bro, and I'm seeing finishes that I'm not really seeing from our wingers, like at all. Like the guy's doing some cold finishes, bro. Regardless of his
go
numbers.
and watch that goal he scored against Atletico Madrid last season. It is ridiculous.
Yeah,
it's a ridiculous.
The way he
finish.
strikes the ball in it is very clean, bro.
He's a very clean. Yeah, he is absolutely. Yeah, no, he is. The next Ferran Torres sold, got Mahrez, Rodrygo #10. The next Ferran Torres.
Sold. Oh, we sold Ferran Torres and got Mahrez. So he's saying that if we sell Savio, then we'll get Rodrygo.
Oh,
I don't think that's how it worked, though, was it? We had Mahrez when.
Yeah,
We already had Mahrez.
we already had him.
Ferran Torres was shit as well, man.
Yeah.
He scored that
big
hat
up-
trick against Newcastle.
I thought he was
I know.
all right, me.
I know. I thought he was decent, man. I think. Yeah, we
We used to
realised he
play
was
him
a
on the
striker.
wing though, didn't we? And he was
Yeah.
just a
Yeah.
shit winger.
He was a
We did have
striker.
we did have Barca's pants down for him, though. It's just a shame they've probably still not given us
Very
all that
true.
money.
I think they've only just paid it.
Yeah, they've just paid it off. Yeah, facts. Now, big up Dill says Savio's 21, Rodrygo's 24. Can Savio progress in 3 years? Yeah, of course he can.
100%, yeah.
Savio
Yeah,
could end up
We
being a better
don't care
player
about
than
3
Rodrygo.
years. Is the point.
But
We
we're not
care
willing to
about
wait
next
3
season.
years because Pep's
Yeah,
not going to be here for 3
Max.
years, is it?
Let Spurs
So
take
we've
that
got to do it
gamble.
now.
Let Spurs take that gamble.
Let Spurs
Simple as
take
that.
that
And we'll cry about it in 2 years when
I was gonna say, yeah.
and everyone will be like, "Why have we
Remember
sold him?
Savio,
We
man?
let
Why did we let him
Palmer,
go?"
What are we doing?"
What is it with City and right wingers, man? I just can't live with this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
L.
Nah, facts.
Typical City
Alright.
fans, man.
Final 2 chats. Big up, lads. Smash these likes up as well. Says, if your job told you that they may send you to another company for 3 times your salary and you say you're okay with that, that's
Thank
not
you.
wanting to leave your job.
Correct.
Yeah, but hang on a minute. You don't know what Savio's on. You don't know what Savio's on now. You don't know
This-
what
this
Savio's
guy-
on.
this guy nailed it, bro.
We're going off the hypothetical that Pulpy said before that he's on 40 grand a week. If we're taking that as read, and then we're saying that Spurs are probably going to double that or whatever,
I don't
then
think he's on
then,
40
then
grand a
that is then. Well, he's going to be on more than City. You're not if he's going to have to take the step down to Spurs, they're not going to go right. We'll give you 40 grand a week again. They're going to give him more money than that, aren't they? He's going to be on a lot more money, living in London for a start.
No one moves teams in the Premier League and goes on a pay cut.
Exactly, and it's
No,
going
I
to be a
agree,
case
but
of
like, I don't think this is about money. You think,
No, but
you
it
think
doesn't- no, but
Savio's
that- but
moving
the-
for money?
I think
I
it's
don't-
always
I think-
about
I
money.
think-
I think that'll be I think if you're going to take the step down from City to Spurs, money's got to play a pretty big fucking part, and it like you're
Money
not
in
going to do
game
anything
time.
else.
Money in game time.
I don't
For a
think it's
start
got
as
anything
well.
to do
And
with
he's,
it.
and he's probably thrown the towel in at City, realising he's probably third, fourth choice on the right wing.
I think
But
that's
this is-
why
but
he's
the-
leaving.
I think
But
that's
ultimately, this is
doing.
but this is ultimately the point that I'm making. That like if you get an offer from somewhere else where you can triple your money, it doesn't have to be a better place, but you're going to be open to that, aren't you? And that's what I consider being open to the move to mean. Look, I mean, obviously, like, look, if you disagree and think that he's smashing down the door saying I want to leave and go to Spurs, then fine. But that's not what the reporting is telling me from the wording.
He might like the project as well. You know, Spurs seem to be moving mad a little
Yeah,
bit.
right, Bevel.
They just finished 17th in the league. What a shit project that is.
Well, no, but they've just brought Thomas Frank through the door. They've just brought Kudus in. Like,
Ooh.
I mean, let's be real. They can only go up, can't they? You know what I mean? They can't get any
Yeah.
worse.
They can. Oh, they can.
Oh, it can.
Yeah.
No, I
must
just
be
don't
looking at
think
that-
it's
he must
anything
be-
to do with money. I think he's
must-
seen Bob coming through. I think he's seen Cherky, he's seen Foden, and he's gone, I'm not going to be playing at like a lot of minutes next year. And I think he's just said, I want to be playing week in, week out. I don't think it's got anything to do with money. I just think he wants to play week in, week out, and that's why he's going. Which is fair enough, because I think he's not going to get that many minutes this season because Bob's going to take his minutes because Bob.
Bob's
that's
gonna
what-
get injured, bro.
If it comes out that that's what it was that made the decision for him, then I totally understand. Makes sense.
And by the way, yeah, if fucking Savio's worth 60 million quid, what the hell's Bob worth? Big up Russ says, you're missing the point, guys. Pep is changing tactics this season. Wingers will be utilised more as an inside forward with fullbacks overlapping. Well, this is what Bevel said before. Yeah, when Ben sent the super
I'm
chat.
guessing
you know what I mean?
he's in a backroom staff, is he?
Yeah.
I think he's probably right, by the way, but you know what I mean? He's obviously very confident in it.
No, I think this is right, though. I think we're going to be playing with overlapping fullback. Maybe not both of them, but one of them will get, and then you're going to push the other one in. So then you
I called that last season, and I said towards the end of last season, I called that, and then Nobbin stole it and made a whole video on it, didn't he? I said we're going to do that arrowhead sort of formation, which is what it's going to be.
Right.
I thought that's the only way we're going to get the best out of our team with the players we've got.
Yeah.
I thought LB was a wing. I thought Bob was a winger, though, LB, not an inside forward.
Bob can do it all. That's
Bob
why.
can do it all.
Shut
That's
up
facts,
Shut
bro.
up then. So I was right when I said that. He's
because Bob can't do it all. So Bob can
right.
do
So
the
he
wing
can
play.
still do the similar thing to what everyone else does.
Yeah, but you said they're all doing the same thing.
But
which
you
is
just
not
picked
true.
the one thing that he can do to try and dog me out.
No,
Shut
because
up.
Doku and Bob are not the same. Doku and Mamouche are not the same. So you said they're all the same. They're not all the same.
I didn't say. I said all those other players, bar Doku and Savio, were similar.
No, that's not what you
players.
said. You never
That's
said.
not
You
what
never
he
said
said.
that. Jay,
Bro,
you never.
are you telling me I was trying to compare Doku and Savio to all?
Yeah.
Yes, that's literally what you said.
No.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, let's
you
roll.
got me all wrong then.
Someone, go back and clip it.
I
Mate.
literally-
You were saying.
Clip,
You
man.
backtrack so much tonight.
Bro,
You've gone,
listen.
I want Rodrygo, but he's cat piss.
I
Jay,
literally
LB
named them all. I said
No.
Mamouche, Foden, Cherky, Bob. I named all the inside forwards who play in behind Haaland. Go
But
back
you,
to
but you said,
Twitter,
but you,
dare
but you
not.
also said, that like LB listed every single one of our wingers, and you went, yeah, they're all the same.
No, I would. No, the point I was getting across was that Doku and Savio were different to those type
You
of.
go in prison. You go in prison, and you're getting named and shamed.
Honest to God, I would not think that Doku and Savio are the same as those players. I was talking about the inside forwards, those 10 type of players in behind the striker. Come on, man. Don't even try.
Come on, Jay, man. Come on, Jay.
Right,
man.
all right, whatever, man. Right, this is before we sort of like move it on a little bit. This is just confirmation before. So yeah, for people that don't know, news came out last night about. Well, actually, news come out last week when Martin was speaking to Graham Bailey. But then like we got legit confirmation last night, and then this morning, Fabrizio said, yeah, City are interested in Rodrygo, but he didn't really say too much about it. It was very early. However, then earlier on, he done another video and said, yeah, City are now like. As we can see, I read it out. Man City have serious interest in Rodrygo, have started contacts to understand the situation and feelings of the player, his family, and his agents, and also Real Madrid, who are open to the sale this summer for an important fee of around 100 million euros. That's around 86 million quid. City hope to eventually negotiate on that price, which, to be fair to Viana, I would fully back him to get a little bit of a discount on that as well. We know Rodrygo is looking for a move. Like, you don't have to. It's pretty obvious that the guy wants a move, but. As I said, I think we might have said this to I think I said this to Jade before on his channel, is that, you know, maybe is there some sort of like pressure in terms of timing on this? Because if Rodrygo wants out, yeah, has he got some other clubs that are potentially willing to pull the trigger on him? But he's saying to City, listen, I want to come to you, but you need to do this rapid, otherwise I can't sit around forever in case I don't end up getting a move. So we'll see. I think soon as I reckon Savio gets done quick. Yeah, I reckon Savio gets done quick. I reckon he's gone by the end of the week. And then I reckon Rodrygo, I reckon that City get that done next week.
I'm not sure about Savio getting done quick, you know, bro, just purely because of Daniel Levy, man. I think he's such an awkward guy.
No, because I think City will have to say to Daniel Levy, listen, there's no fucking about it. This ain't about negotiation.
He's not going to do you any favours, bro.
Well, we don't sell then. We don't sell. We're again. I want Rodrygo, but we're in no stress. We're in no pressure.
Do you think they'll sell him before the Spurs game?
Yeah.
I don't think they will.
I hope so, innit? You know, I
Well, if they don't,
want you floating around like a bad smell, man. You know what I'm saying?
You do know he's probably the winner if he does get done before that, don't you?
Just like you said as well before.
He stinks to Savio off the bench and winning one, though.
Yeah.
Just like you said before as well, LB, you know, you said on Jay's channel before, you know, if you're not subscribed, go and have a look. Jay talks shite.
Yeah, I've probably lost all the subscribers that I've gained today just off one show. So.
Yeah, it's.
I'm only joking.
It's one of those where I think it's the only way that getting Rodrygo is the only way that it can really be. I can really be like, look, if we're going to sell Savio, then the best way to do it is to bring in Rodrygo in it. Really, like it makes the, as I said before, it kind of makes a sale a lot more palatable. And I think that Spurs probably are quite happy for it to just sort of go on a little bit. Like they're in no rush, and that might be where Daniel Levy kind of becomes a bit of an awkward guy and just makes it really impossible to do it.
Well, that's why you've got to tell Levy. You've got to be clear with Levy. This is not a negotiation strategy. We are not desperate to sell Savio. We're happy to go into the season with Savio. And if we don't get Rodrygo, the club are clearly happy to go into the season without Rodrygo and just keep the wingers. So what you need to be saying to Daniel Levy is, this is not a negotiation strategy. If we sell Savio to you, we have to go and get another player. And that's going to be Rodrygo. That's going to be difficult and take time. So if you want Savio, this is the price, which is a very fair price at 60 mil. And this is the deadline. It's not a negotiation. It's not about us trying to extract every pound. It's just, this is how it's got to be.
It's not days. Take it or leave it. Just simple as that.
It's got to be take it or leave it, bro.
Take it or leave it.
Fucking hell, Joe.
That's a yellow card.
Yellow card.
It's great. No, but that's how it's got to be. You just got to make it clear to him that that it's not a negotiation. It's just, this is how it's got to be. Because what we can't be doing, we can't be waiting until remember, there's only 2.5 weeks left of the transfer window, 2.5 weeks, right? So what are you going to do? You're going to sell Savio in the last week of the window and then go to Real Madrid when you need him, and then they're going to fucking have your pants down.
Yeah. We should already be negotiating that, LB, innit? You know what I'm saying? We should already be negotiating this Rodrygo thing.
Well, I think we probably will.
I think it's probably quite a part way down the line, mate.
I agree.
What I was told today is it's something that's been in a pipeline for a while.
ITK.
It's the case of moving parts. You heard the same thing I did today.
Maria, man. Maria GMC. Shout out Maria. You know, she's been saying it since May, man.
You were there, weren't you?
Am I in the know as well?
Well, you were there this afternoon, right? Weren't you?
I was there, mate.
Ooh,
Yeah,
ITK friends.
So I played down.
Should I pull
we
up this
tell you everything, though,
thing?
innit? You know what I mean? We
Do
have to
it,
keep
mate, because I'm going to slag him off. He's
You
an
want to slag him
absolute
off?
shocking source.
Right, go on.
Again, getting on your block list, why do people bother?
No, what is this?
Cleanse your timelines and just get rid of all these
That
jokers.
legendary block list.
Mate, it's getting close to
Fuck
10k.
I'm not even
Get close to
like-
10k.
People are trying to tell me, yeah, that
That
this
first
guy
sentence, right
sold
there,
his
that first
account to
sentence is
journalists.
the reason you should block him. The third sentence.
Yeah. What?
That's just bait farming idiocy.
Yeah,
Get him
that
on
is
the block
bait
list.
farming. Yeah.
Hang on a minute. Why not? Because I've heard that apparently there has been secret talks with Rodrygo and Pep, man.
No,
They've been having
Vinicius
phone
Jr.
calls, man.
That was
no,
Vinicius Jr.
that was Vinicius Jr., bro.
That was Vinicius. That was
Back up,
Vinicius.
Tommy.
That.
Wait, back
Wait,
up.
what? Oh, was
That-
it? Oh, right.
Yeah.
I say no more.
Bro,
Say
you
no
gotta
more.
read the thing, man.
Chill, man.
This is it.
Yeah. But
Fuck Vinicius, man. I don't want
I've
that.
not got a single guy blocked on Twitter, but I made that
He's
my
a
first.
flat arse, him. We don't want
Everyone was proper jacking him off last week about other stuff, just saying he's like come out of nowhere and said this sort of stuff. If you're throwing enough shit, some sticks, man. That's what they're all at. They're all
I know.
absolutely at it.
I know. We ain't
Yeah.
getting him. Come on, man.
I
It'll
don't
be
want him. I
Rodrygo.
won't have him
man.
anywhere near my club.
I don't think City will have any
I wouldn't
interest
even
in
want
him.
that guy, you know. I'd actually be closer to banging him out than I would
He's
fucking
bad
cheering
news,
for him.
No,
No way.
100%.
Fuck that guy.
No, it's mad. Yeah, it's crazy. We have been linked with this Xavi Simons guy as well. I don't know what you guys' takes are on that. There's been a couple of sources, not as good as maybe as a Fabrizio, but
I was listening to I said before I mentioned before I was listening to Let Me Talk with Sam Lee talking about it. And Sam Lee said that he'd heard like the Xavi Simons stuff like earlier in the summer and asked about it, and he's heard from people that would know in Germany that apparently Xavi Simons has got a pretty shit dressing room attitude, which is why they might be quite open to getting rid. And obviously, if Sam Lee's hearing that, then you'd be amazed if people. You'd be amazed if people at the club. Look, I'm not saying it's guaranteed to be like a definite thing, but
Right, where would he play? Where would this Simmons play for us?
I'll tell you what I would do tomorrow. I'd get rid of Bernardo Silva and I'd get Simmons in straight away.
That's a disgrace.
Well, if you look at
Upgrade, man.
If you look at the Sasha bombers that we've had in the past, like he's gotten pretty bob on. Like he called Wirtz to Liverpool before anyone else. He seems to be in the know with German football.
I can't see.
It's just another one of those players, though, that we've already got. Like, I don't.
This is why I get rid of.
Can we just get that? Jay, can you just confirm what you mean by that before we?
So your Jerkies, your Fodens, your Marmoushes, your Bobs, the same ones that pick up central.
You've also got Bernardo Silva and fucking Kovacic and Gundogan. Get rid of one of them and then get one of these guys in, man.
He's more attacking though, isn't he, than them? But we can't.
I'd rather have
we can't
Reinders in that.
sacrifice
I'd rather have Reinders
for
forward than this
players for
Joker.
Xavi Simons.
Reinders is for what we saw of Reinders of a day. He is that perfect Lampard style player. Why would you even bring anybody into the equation that even disrupts that?
Yeah, I agree.
I think the Simmons stuff is capped me.
I think the Simmons stuff is. I think we're getting fucking Rodrygo, man. I think we're getting Rodrygo. I think it's going to happen, you know. I think it's happening because, right, we cannot sell. We all agree. Yeah, I think Paul asked a question before, right? We cannot sell Savio without buying a player. Everyone agrees with that. Yeah. Everyone agrees with that, right? So who can you get? We also are all in agreement, and I imagine Pep probably feels like this as well. If you're selling Savio, do we really want to get another project player? When you've got Bob, when you've got Doku, so you've got to get a player.
I don't think this
for
guy's
the here and
a
now,
project
man.
player, bro. It's Simmons. But
No, I'm not talking about Simmons. I'm talking about so we're selling Savio. You've got to get someone who can deliver the goods here and now. And for me, there's not many out there. And we've been linked with Xavi Simons and Rodrygo. We already know Rodrygo. Rodrygo loves Pep, man. The guy's glazed him bare. You know what I mean? He's always glazing him. He wants to leave Real Madrid. He's still not left Real Madrid, right? Ask yourself this question, yeah? If he's available for £86 million, yeah? Why have Arsenal spent 50 on Madueke rather than not just going and getting Rodrygo for 86 million? Ask yourself why Arsenal would spend 50 million on a winger who's shit when he's available for 36 million pound more.
Why did we spend?
Why did Liverpool go for Ekitike when Rodrygo's right there for the same money?
Because if they didn't get Isak, they can now play this guy as a striker.
They wanted an out-and-out striker,
Cover both bases. In case, because they knew that the Isak deal might not happen because it was a hard deal.
Well, why don't we go and hijack that, man? Fuck this. We should
but you just like the two striker people. That's why, Paul, because Ekitike covers them.
Yeah, I'm saying it's been available for a while. As like I said, I think it's been linked. I think he's been holding off for City.
Rodrygo.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying.
Probably has, yeah.
I know these things coming out about Real Madrid players. I won't be surprised if you wake up tomorrow and it's fucking Jude Bellingham.
Did you see his post, by the way? The guy clearly knows the talks are going on, man, because he tweeted today. Did you see it?
Rodrygo did.
Just pull it up, though. Let's analyze this.
Yes, analyze.
Right, word for word. Let's go,
man.
I mean, it's like two
There's
words.
so many words, Jay. I can't lie.
Or something like that.
Work.
Oh.
The guy knows, man.
What?
Stad the Etihad is coming for you, bruh.
Have you not commented on it, LB? I hope so.
Yeah.
Oh, he's even got a blue bottle, mate. It's destiny.
Tell
He's
him
even
what
got a
you
blue
want,
bottle, man. I'm telling you, it's destiny. Sky blue on the ball.
That's not good enough, LB, man. You got to leave a clear message, bro.
I'm trying to work it out, bro. I give a clue now. I don't know what's going on, man.
Can you not see my comment there somewhere? Scroll down a sec.
I got to be careful on this app, bro. Sorry.
All right.
let me 1 minute. Yeah. People post all kind of shit on the comments. Yo, come to City. Yeah, I seen it.
Yeah.
This guy, man.
Clear message, man. It was actually Rodrygo that liked it, so you know what I mean. It's looking good.
Nice, it is madness. Right, because we've still got loads to talk about. We've still got. I know some of you might have to dip, so you guys can leave. We've still got Tarek and Danny to join. Obviously, the Americans are going to be joining us in a couple of minutes. But before we move topics, people might want to dip because of work and that. Anything else wants to talk about on this Rodrygo deal, Savio deal, or we covered it all?
Probably come back to something in a few minutes.
Comment.
I don't know, man.
Jay, just say sorry, mate. Just go on.
Just apologise.
Just say. We'll all forgive you if you just say you was wrong.
I ain't apologising for shit, man. We'll see next year.
Horrible, stubborn.
I'm gonna dip in a couple of minutes. So before I go, can I just say, could get the tiny violins out for Crystal Palace, who are going to be playing in the shit European competition after absolutely robbing us of an FA Cup with. I hope you enjoy that, Mr. Henderson. I hope you enjoyed that.
I think they've been robbed there, Joe. I think that's horrible. What?
No, we got robbed, Steve. They would never won the
We got robbed. We got robbed. Handball outside the area.
Yeah, I hear you.
Handball outside the area. Nothing for it. The guys, they deserve it. They deserve a Conference League. So hold
it's
that.
It's not going to affect. If he got sent off, they wouldn't have won the FA Cup. And then they wouldn't have been exposed as being breaking the rules for multi-club ownership, and they wouldn't have got kicked out of Europe. So it's their own fault.
Enjoy your Community Shield, boys.
What's this? I thought it was to do with the stadium.
No,
it's
multi-club ownership.
God knows. Something to do with like ownership of them and Leon.
Right.
The guy said on TalkSport that he knew it was a problem. And it's been a rule for 17 years, and Red Bull got in trouble for it. He said he knew it was a problem, but he didn't expect it ever to be a problem because Crystal Palace is shit. He didn't ever.
I see a guy say, "How could we have imagined this could have happened?" Like nobody expected.
Nobody expected Palace to win. And said, "You're entering two competitions where you can get."
Bro, I'm not even being funny as well. Like listen, I just don't get it yet, but bro, surely, low key, is it not better to be in the Conference League if you're Palace? You can win that.
They can win it.
Yeah, they might actually have a chance.
It's more exciting, though, isn't it, bro? To play in a Euro, it's a bigger competition. It's more exciting.
They'll play some big. They play some bigger teams in the Europa League than the.
It's like League 2 and League 1, isn't it?
Right, but I'd rather win the competition, mate. I'd rather win the comp.
Yeah,
like
but if you win that Euro, Johnson, Spain,
they'll be buzzing with that. Another trophy.
Do you not think they could sneak a Europa League? You don't think they could do that?
No chance. No chance.
Who's Steve?
I don't know,
Palace.
man. Palace?
No.
Oh, mate.
Some snide teams in there.
Especially if Eze and Mark Way leave. No way.
And not over two legs either. When you've got to beat people over two legs, that's when they're going to get struggle there.
I don't think the competitions are as good as you think, though, in that league. But...
Yeah. Right, buzzing. We've got a couple of lads need to drop off. Bevel, big up, man. Shout the channel out, man. What's going on?
Past your bedtime, is it?
Over on not in my lifetime. Doing well. Come back after a 2-week break, hence the bucket hat and the shades. So back at it now. But yeah, Thanks for having us on.
Nah, big up for coming on, man. I appreciate it as always. Yeah, make sure you guys are shouting out the channels, man. Not in my lifetime. Go check it out. Big up,
Safe,
Bevo,
Bevo.
man. Appreciate it, bro. Sick entrance
Cheers.
as
See you
well.
later, lads. See you later.
Alright, Joe, are you dipping? Are you staying? What are you doing, man?
I am. Yeah, I'm off. Yeah, I've got work tomorrow, so I'll leave you all to it with the Americans incoming. But
Yeah.
City Ramble. I hope. I think are they still in the chat? I hope they are. But yeah, just listen to the City Ramble, boys. So it's starting up with the season coming this weekend. But yeah, thanks for having me. It's always fun.
Nah, big up, nice one.
Big up, Joe, man.
Appreciate it, man. Big up to you.
In a bit. Bye bye.
Fuck you, hater.
Hey, what you saying? Are you dipping? Are you staying? What you doing, bro?
I'll stick around for a bit, mate. Why
All right.
not?
Big up.
Try and
Martin,
more people.
what are you saying, man?
I'm listening to this waffle merchant Bernardo for Johnson. What you doing?
I've
need
got the
to get
text
right
messages,
on.
man. You've been sending me some right abuse there, man. There's no need for it.
That is stinker and hook. It's only because your guys holding bench.
Hang on
Your
a minute,
guys
hang on a
holding
minute, hang
bench
on a
for the
minute.
rest of the season.
How is that a stinker and hooked? Bernardo's clearly falling off.
Where? Proof right now.
Proof. I watched him
Proof.
all
Have
season,
you
bro.
watched-
It was
He's
impressive.
hardcore
You
captain
just
You know how
proved-
impressed I was, bro. I had to cover my eyes watching that guy play last season, man.
I thought he was good at
I
the
always
back end of last
cover
year,
my eyes when Xavi Simmons plays. He usually plays better when I cover my eyes.
I guarantee you now, Xavi Simmons would offer more than Bernardo Silva going into next season. He's got way more energy. You know what I'm saying? Bernardo's too slow, man. He passes it sideways.
Even
He's
the
a captain. He's not going to get sold now,
Yeah,
is
club
I know,
captain,
but I
isn't
don't
it?
agree with that. LB, he should never be made captain.
Well, you
I
know
agree,
what?
but Pep's
From a
gonna
footballing
play.
point of view, yeah, but from a talking point of view,
Yeah,
Yeah, I think-
this is not a therapy session, bro. This is football.
He's the ultimate professional,
No.
and he's won everything in the game, and he's well respected by his colleagues.
I know. You know what though?
Cap's a
People
captain
haven't
for me.
really, and you know what? I don't think we've spoke about it yet. What do you guys make of Erling Haaland being made backup captain? Because it
No,
looks
I like that. I like that.
It looks
That-
like it,
that-
unless
very-
maybe Rodri might be, but it looks.
I
solid,
think
like.
it'll mature him. I think he's been giving him to mature him. So I give him a bit more responsibility a little bit. I think Pep's even talks about that. Giving him that responsibility to sort of lead others a little bit.
He's not the vice captain,
Is it-
though, is he? Is he just in the captain's
No,
squad?
well,
I think he is the second.
yeah,
captain.
it's well, it was weird because they announced
There's
because on
five
that
of them.
training thing, they all came out and then the five got announced, but they all got announced as captains, and then Bernardo got announced as club captain. So I think that's like
I
you know
can't
the
see him being
PR.
vice over Rodri and Diaz. Surely not.
Well, he was the captain the other day.
He was the captain
Oh,
in
well.
pre-season last season as well. LB, do you remember?
Yeah, he was the captain the other day, wasn't he? Was that when? Did Bernardo start the game or did he come off?
No,
Bernardo and Diaz. No, Bernardo, Diaz, etc. were all on the bench.
So when Bernardo came on, Bernardo took the captain's armband off Haaland, right?
Yes.
Right. Okay. Yeah.
There you go then. So if
for
he and
Haaland-
Rodri were there, I'm sure they'd be above him as well. I'm pretty sure.
The thing is with Haaland, I don't think it's a fluke thing. I think he has many leadership qualities. You know.
It keeps
on
him
the
involved in the
pitch, though.
game. Let's be honest. Last year, he was out. It was in games where he was just walking around like an idiot and out of the game a bit. Having him as a captain means he's got to be, or when he is some sort of captain on the pitch, he's got to be involved more.
Now,
Yeah.
there's
He has to be.
slander.
He has to be. So
He might
kind
have
of
took
like,
that. He might have took that penalty in the cup final if he had the fucking.
yeah, I think he's
captain
like.
that
I think
game as well.
as a captain, he's got some sort of responsibilities now. So he's going to have to be more involved, and he's going to have to be more visibly involved in stuff. Whether that's talking to people or making sure things are going right, you just got to do so. That
Well, did you not think his hold-up play the other day was mega?
yeah,
I've
he's-
never had any doubts about his hold-up play, me, bro.
Well, I have had doubts about it, but the other day against Palmeiras, I thought his hold-up play was very, very good. I thought he was dropping in deep a lot.
Thought his movement was fitter. He looked fitter.
Yeah,
he looked fresher.
He looked refresher. Yeah, I thought he looked.
And even
really,
that
really
finish,
good, man. He looked sharp.
even that finish with his right foot was like,
Oh,
yeah, have a
cold
bit of
finish,
that.
mate.
That was composed.
very,
That was
very,
very
good
composed.
finish.
And I think, just imagine a Rico. I know Rico Lewis was the guy who put the ball into him, and them balls look very simple. Now imagine that with a Rodrygo or a Cherky or someone else doing that on the other side. That's where you're bringing in a Rodrygo for them moments to be composed, technique. You're not going to snatch at it, and I'm very excited.
not
I'm
bobbling.
more than excited.
Yeah.
More than excited about what's about to happen.
It was a nice cold finish, that wasn't it? Like, no messing.
Yeah.
He knew where he was putting the ball.
Nah, it was a cold finish, man. Yeah, it was a cold finish. I thought we played quite well at times during that game. I think Bob for me is the one that's going to be fucking sick, mate. He's such a good player, bro.
You just have to keep him fit, LB, bro. This is
I know.
this, you know
Oscar
what I mean?
Bob worries me.
With him,
Oscar Bob worries me. Not because I don't think he's good enough, because I'm like, where the hell are you going to get the game time once everyone's fitted in and fit as
Well, what do you mean? Grealish is gone. He got 1,000 minutes last year. McAtee got 600 minutes. And Savio got 3,500 minutes last year.
Yeah, but you're going to add Cherky. You're adding Cherky and Rodrygo into this, mate.
Rotate. And the thing is, yeah, if Bob's as good as we think he's going to be, he'll play. If he's not, he won't play.
I hope he does.
There's so many minutes to go around in this team, yeah. How many players do we have in those positions, right? So we've got Doku, Marmoush on the left, Cherky, Foden, Bob. No.
Rodrygo if he comes.
Rodrygo. So it's 6. Is it 6?
Well, when he comes.
About 6, yeah.
So we've got 6. Remember, Marmoush is gone for a month in December. See you later. That's 5. And let's be honest. At some point in the season, we're going to have at least 2 of them will be injured at the same time. At least, maybe even 3. There's going to be loads of minutes. There's going to be loads of minutes available, man. And Bob can play anywhere across the front line. That benefits.
Jacob said it'll be Oscar Bob who's the one who's injured though, so he's knocked his own minutes out.
I know.
Yeah.
Thing is with Bob though, he doesn't need to be playing 55 games next year. He just needs 25, 30 starts just to ease him back in. Because don't forget, he's been out for a year pretty much.
Mm-hmm.
And he's had an injury. He's had an injury at the time.
We need to be careful with him for sure.
Yeah, so
Oscar Bob should get the. I don't want to call them minor games because I feel so like I'm being disrespectful when I say minor games. But a Fulham, for example, unleash Bob then. You don't need to unleash him against You don't need to unleash him against Liverpool and Arsenal and all that. Let him build up to them sort of games.
I think that'll be to our loss, you know. Like if we don't play him, I think
let's hope it is. Let's hope he doesn't have to play those games because he's good enough.
Yeah, but then Steve, you're talking about maybe dropping a Foden or a Marmoush. You know, we were already at that level and have already.
You know what, Jay?
I always want to play Foden in the number 10 next season, bro.
This year, I'm not on any. I don't have any loyalties to anybody over the Marmoush. Honestly, let the best man play. Let the best man play where he's got to play. I don't care who's on the bench, I don't care who's out of the team. Just let the best men play. We need that.
I think Pep's got to show a lot of faith in Foden early on this season. If we want to get him back to the levels that he was the year before last, I think he's really got to show him faith and start him like.
Would you be happy to play Cherky on the right then, Jay? Cherky on the right and then Foden 10?
Huh?
Would you play Cherky on the right and then Foden in the 10 then?
I think that's probably the way I'd go, yeah. But like I've said to LB loads of times on here before and to you guys as well, I don't see it as stuck like exact positions with those 3 behind Haaland, Marmoush, Foden, Cherky. I'd have them all interchanging.
Yeah.
Popping up all over the place. Like if Cherky wants to pull out to the left at one point, then that's absolutely fine. Marmoush pulls into the
middle. We saw that the other day. With Cherky because Cherky was on the right. He was then on the 10. He was dipping into the 8. At one point, he was in the 6 role. I don't know if I noticed. Cherky was in the 6 role at one point, winning the tackles.
And I'm like getting on the ball deep as well.
I noticed that straight away in the first half. Bob was great, but I thought the way Cherky was just everywhere and on the ball. He's so good. He's just so comfortable.
But that's why Pulpy earlier said about the David Silva. I don't mean he is David Silva. He reminds me more of David Silva than he does KDB.
Yeah.
The way he moves the ball and the way he glides around the pitch.
He's obviously
it's more David Silva
to do what he wants, isn't it? Because he's obviously so good. But
I think that's Pep Lijnders. That's come from Pep Lijnders because Pep Lijnders did that at Liverpool. He had Mane, Sane, and Firmino just constantly rotating around and moving. And I think that's where that tells me straight away that Pep Lijnders has had a massive influence into this front line already. The way we're moving it around and rotating it around. And I think that's when City are best. Because the opposition don't know who to mark. And I'm totally with Pulper. This player FC crap's got to stop this year from everyone. And what we're going to do now is you play for your place. You've got to be good enough. If you want to win the top trophies, you've got to be ruthless now. We've just shown us to be ruthless. Savio, thanks for the memories. You've been here 12 months. You want to be the main guy. You're not ready to be the main guy. Thanks for the 70 mil. See you later. We're going to upgrade. Yeah, I'm disappointed Savio didn't want to fight. No, but I didn't. It's not about that. It's for me. It's the way. My issue has always been the way we treat players. Sometimes I'm one of them. We don't need to stick the knife in on the way out. Seen that today, Grealish. He's gone. Thank for the memories. Best of luck. Enjoy. We don't need to twist the knife in on the way out. That all it is with me.
Like we did to Walker. People were off.
Yeah, we don't need to do this Edison twisting. Players will come to an end. That's just the simple.
Yeah, players come and go, man. No, I agree with that, man. Like, that's just the facts.
Come to an end and we move on. But I'm excited for it. And Rodrygo, I think, will just add that. I think Rodrygo will suit Pep Guardiola's style down to a T, because he's a clutch player who is technical at his ball. He can pass the ball on a sixpence. That guy will, and there's a reason Pep's wanted him for 2 years. 2 years Pep's been after this guy, and it looks like we're going to get our man.
We'll see. I just think it's the big games for me. I just think, like, something that I've been speaking about a lot, like, since the end of the season and coming into this season, is the need to improve our record in the big games. Top 6 matches record is poor in the last 2 years. It's poor. Champions League last year didn't even qualify for the last 16. We got to the what's it called, the playoff round, and then got humbled by Real Madrid. We are not performing. And since the treble year, which we were wiping everybody away, smacking them up, we are really struggling against the big teams. And for me, I just think that Rodrygo is the perfect player to sign for those big games.
De Bruyne was that guy, wasn't he? He was the one that you go away to Chelsea, win 1-0. De Bruyne goal. I can see Rodrygo being that guy where you go away to Chelsea, you win 2-1, it's Rodrygo 2 goals, or you go away at Anfield and you 1-0, or you getting that winning goal at Old Trafford, you win 2-1. You know what I mean? That's the sort of impact that I expect him to be able to have.
Yeah. By the way, that comes with pressure. So I'm expecting this guy to come in and start delivering pretty much straight away. This is not a 19-year-old, who's never played in big games before. This is a 24-year-old. He's won 2 Champions Leagues, La Ligas. He's won everything around the game. He's played bare games for Brazil. This is not a player that we're going to be signing and we go, we'll give him a year or 2. No, this is a player that's coming into this team, £86 million, from Real Madrid, and he's expected to deliver pretty much from day one. I think he'll deliver. I back him. I think he's mega, and I think he'll deliver the goods straight away.
You know what I think the difference is here, bro, with these 2 players? I think with Rodrygo, you're getting a bit of arrogance, a bit of ego that you need at this level. So I think he'll play in the big games, and he'll be excited. He'll be dreaming the night before about scoring that day.
It's Savio, a positive ego, isn't it, Steve? It's not a knobhead ego. It's a positive ego.
Savio shied away a little bit. This guy, I think he'll be.
It's not a personal ego.
For the challenge.
Yeah, it's a personal ego. Yeah,
it's an ego. Because I know I'm good and I'm doing it to get you the best out of the team. It's not. It's all about me. Look at me.
It's not that
ego.
Kind
of an ego. Yeah. And the one thing, I mean, to me, I just think why I forgot about last year is simple. I think by December, I got told this as well. By December, I think they knew, as a club, as players, as a coaching staff, they knew they weren't good enough.
I told you that.
I honestly believe when they hit, No, you said crisis. It was the wording you used, bloody crisis. Jesus. Let's not start that again, you up there. No, but seriously, I think Pep went into that Madrid game and he knew we ain't winning it. We did not have the tools last year. And what's come out since from the backroom staff and everything else, they knew that some of that squad had come to the end and they needed to refresh. And they have done.
Just imagine this guy playing against Arsenal, Martin.
They're the ones that are still here. If we're talking about we knew the ones who were coming to the end,
it's coming to an end
still at the club,
because it's coming to an end at 38 games, Jacob. Not coming and playing 10 games. There's this honest belief that Gundogan, Kovacic, and Bernardo are going to play 38 games. They're not. They're just not.
I'd like to think so, yeah, for sure. But
because of the simple fact is, Tijani Reinders is going to start in these games.
Yeah, exactly. Because this is
going to start.
This is the thing for me. I don't think Kovacic. I don't think Kovacic, Gundogan, or Bernardo should be here. I don't think any of them should be here, right? But if they stay in, I don't have a real problem with it, because it's good experience to have around. Well, I'll have a problem with it is if they start playing over Tijani Reinders or they start playing above Nico Gonzalez.
Yes, that's the problem.
And I don't mind it for the odd game, but if it's on a regular basis and it starts costing us points, then I'm going to be like, well, what have we bought these players for? Do you get what I'm saying?
What if it's not costing us points? What if we're winning?
If we're winning, we're winning.
He was
Good
gonna
luck.
So you
start-
willing to accept the good enough for the winning?
No, wait a sec. Only if the performances dictate long-term results. If the performances
Yeah.
are dictating that we should lose games, which is what happened in last season when we won the first 6 games and everyone was like, everything's fine, even though we were fucking shit, yeah, then that's not the situation. If we're winning and we're playing well, we're winning and we're playing well.
What if we're winning and we're not playing well?
But that's the difference. So Jacob, let me
Problem,
ask you
because you won't get away with it forever. That's what happened last year. Last year, that's
start of the
exactly
season.
what
You remember the start of the season, LB?
That's
Go on,
exactly
Martin.
what happened last. Go on, Martin. What were you saying?
But when you think about if he's now, for example, if you played a Gundo, Kovacic, Bernardo together, then yes, I agree. Major problem there. But if you played a Rodra, Gundo, Tajani Reinders,
Yeah,
I don't think it's a problem there. Gundo fits into, you know what I mean? I think it's when you start playing everyone together, it becomes a problem.
That's
And
why
I think that was
Bernardo
the
can
issue
still
last year.
play to that top level.
Yeah,
if he has
as
got
long
a
as he's
Rodrygo
with the right people.
and a Reinders
So a
next to him.
Bernardo, Foden, Nico J, or whoever, because Reinders is not going to play 70 games. This is about using your squad properly now and using it in the correct way.
I agree. Yeah,
That's what
and
we've got to do.
Bernardo and Gundogan last year were asked to play that 6 role. Even Kovacic, none of them can play that 6 role properly, can they? That's not the position.
No.
And this
We
year,
didn't have any answers last year. We just had nothing, did we? We had nothing. We didn't have fit players for a start.
Rodrygo and Reinders in front, then I'm more than happy for him to, and I think they will step up this season compared to last.
Yeah.
They've obviously
And not only that, I've got to, it's like John Stones the other day. John Stones and Kushinov's together, because I was one who was very worried about Kushinov's rash, sort of being rash and going into tackles like a bulldozer. I watched him on the left-hand side the other day. I thought he was the most composed defender I've seen.
I think he's mint.
Cousinov's class, bro. He's class.
And he actually slotted in with John Stones. John Stones, him and John Stones look like a partnership. You wouldn't have believed they'd played for the first time together.
Everyone's falling back in love with John Stones, aren't they?
Because John Stones is absolutely mega, and so's
he would stay fit for 45 minutes.
So then they're mega together, and people go, "Oh my god, they're mega together."
But LB, wasn't it weird how Rico Lewis suddenly looked 10 times better with the certain players around him? When everything's going bad, players will always look bad.
Which is what I said about Rico. I said Rico Lewis is a what's that word people use?
Luxury player.
He's a luxury player. When things are going
I would
well,
probably say momentum. I'd say he's a momentum player.
You just said when everyone's playing well, he's good. That's a luxury player.
Yeah, he's there. That's what I mean.
That's fine. You can have luxury players. Like Rico Lewis is a good player, mate. Yeah, when he goes in midfield and he don't have to do that much defending, like against Palmero, fine. Last year he wasn't doing that. He was actually playing right back and actually defending, and that he's not good at that. So when things are going, and plus, right, again, not being funny, mate, but when things are going shit. Yeah, you want like pause, but you want big lads in it. You know what I mean? Around you, you know what I mean? So that's what you want, bro. You don't want like little Rico Lewis. With all due respect, like last year, yeah, we was in the trenches, we was in the war.
Not in your back
we needed warriors, and we didn't. Unfortunately, again, this ain't no slander. This is just facts. We had Rico Lewis, who's not very big and not very strong. We had Kanji, who's more of a passive style defender. Yeah. And obviously, we didn't even have a fucking left back because Gvardio was there and then moved to centre back. Whereas you've got like fucking Nunes who does like a challenge. I know he has his flaws, but he loves to get stuck in. You got Diaz. Hopefully, he can get back on it. I've seen a bit of positive stuff from him in the last game. Yeah, you've got fucking Stones in there who loves a challenge. You got Huzanov in there. But funny enough, you might not even need the Warriors if you start playing well.
Well, I was never expecting us to go 2 at the back. At one stage against on Saturday, we were 2 at the back and the wing backs had gone. Because I was sat there going, "Is Ain't Nori doing any left back work today? Is he just?" Because at one point he was holding Nico G's hand in the middle of midfield, but I thought he was our left back, and he's literally stood next to Nico G holding his hand.
I think he was a bit.
And I've got a back too.
I didn't think he had a great game, man. I'm not even going to lie.
He's adjusting to new tactics, innit? He's never played like this in his life before, bro. You know what I mean?
It's not like I think he's
I don't think he's played that far up. I don't think he's been asked to play that far up.
Inverting and stuff like that.
Can I ask you guys a question? I know like we've not all seen, and chat, let me know what you think in the chat as well. I know we've not seen Ain't Nori. We've probably all seen Ain't Nori like 5 to 10 times, right? No one here's seen him 20, 30 times, right? But based off the small sample size that you've seen, do you think he's going to be better getting down the byline, or do you think he's going to be better inverted into midfield? Because I think he can do both. But like, what do you think he'd probably be best at?
Depends
Based
who's in
off of
front
what
of
he's
him.
Wide. I think high and wide, especially if we're going to be playing with these inverted midfielders behind Haaland. If it's going to be Marmoush, if it's going to be Rodrygo on that left wing, the majority of their time is going to be spent coming inside and occupying those areas, innit? So I think the majority of the time we're going to see Aït-Nouri, it is going to be in getting high and wide and staying on that left-hand side. And we've seen that he can put a great ball into the box as well. So I don't think it will be at that kind of Rico Lewis role where he will be picking up the central areas and trying to get on the ball there, because we've got so many midfielders now that are already doing that. Do you know, with your Cherkis, with your Fodens, with your Marmoushes. So I do think Aït-Nouri is going to be high and wide.
I'm the opposite. I think he'll be more inverted. In the final third, he'll be underlapping, not overlapping.
Do you think? I can't see that at all, mate.
I can.
I think what Jake, I think it depends who you've got. If you're playing Doku on the left wing, then Aït-Nouri has to invert. Then he has to invert because Doku's going to hold the width. Yeah. If Rodrygo does, Rodrygo's best at inverting and coming inside into that box. And then Aït-Nouri can go around the back. So very similar to how, do you remember how Cancelo Grealish used to do it? Not as in as good as them, but Grealish used to go inside and Cancelo used to go around the back.
Well, Guardiola did it last year, didn't he? Guardiola was, when he goes forward, he was never going around the wing. He was always like, I'm going inside to that 6-yard box. I think that's what now he's going to do. More of. Depending on who he's playing with.
I think he's a similar player to Cancelo, man. I think he's a guy that could do it all and be comfortable anywhere, outside or inside. I think he's clearly got the technical ability to be inside and be in midfield, you know, or underlap. I think he's clearly got that kind of ability.
I think it'll be very rare,
that's the same on the right.
I think it's going to be very rare that we see both of them start in the same game, especially if it's like against your top 10 teams, top 6 teams, Núñez and Aït-Nouri, because I don't think we're in a position where they can both bomb forward, and I don't think either of them are strong enough to stay in a back three as well.
I think you're wrong. I think you'll see Aït-Nouri and Núñez play a lot of games. Maybe not both
at the same time.
Yeah, I do.
Not against the big
who
teams.
Can play right back?
Surely.
Who can play right back?
Honestly, if it's Aït-Nouri starting, I can see us playing Huzanov as right back and dropping into a back three in possession.
And then got more chance of starting right back than
if Núñez is starting right back, I can see him playing either Ake there or Guardiola there, and then dropping into a back three in possession with Núñez high and wide as well. I think it'll be difficult to start them both against the top 6 teams, especially because you're just going to get caught on the counter attack, and that was our biggest weakness last year. Especially if we've got the
trouble is, Jacob, say you play Liverpool. Liverpool are generally going to play the same way with the 2 wing backs, Frimpong and Kirkaz, that just go. Now, I mean, I'm going to be honest with you.
And I thought they looked terrible the other day, Martin, in the counter attack transition.
But do you know what's really weird? That Liverpool game we play, if we end up going toe for toe with them, that is either going to be one of the biggest blockbusters you've ever seen, where we end up at a 5-5. And everyone just goes and goes, because Frimpong and Kirkaz are not defensively minded. And Aït-Nouri and Núñez are not defensively minded. Because that was the one thing Wolves fans used to say of, he's going to be great going forward, but defensively, you are going to get a bit annoyed with him.
I actually think Aït-Nouri will do as he's told, you know. I think he'll definitely do as he's told. If he's told to play a bit differently and preserved, I think he'll do that. But
I think it's the low blocks.
I think we should
use the low blocks
use his abilities, and let him play his game and stick it on them, no matter who we play.
The dirty low blocks are where we've got to be careful, because I don't think when it's an open game, I think we'll be fine. It's how do we get around these really dirty low blocks. So when you're playing in Everton at the Etihad, you just park up and go 10 at the back and go see you.
In those games, I think.
That's when you've got to start thinking of your fullbacks.
But I don't get why people are so against this idea. Why is it so crazy to say that we could play Cousinov at right back and then have him drop into a back three in possession? Obviously, LB, you've just said that you're massively against that.
No. I just don't think it's going to happen.
But he played him there against Real Madrid in arguably one of the biggest games last season. So why can't we?
I think that's because nobody was fit in it.
Mate, I think that Real Madrid game, Pep was just not arse really. But I don't think I'm actually not against it. I actually think it's because then what you do then you're giving.
I think he's good enough to do it. He's quick enough to do it.
Yeah, no, I agree.
Oh, he
I
definitely
agree.
is, Jay.
I just get the vibe. Yeah, I'll just bring Tarek in as well. I just get the vibe that's not on the agenda for Pep. But I'm not against it. When I was against
but that's why I don't think they're pushing Livramento, LB. Livramento's not a give and go, get up the line and put the ball across sort of fullback. He's more defensively minded.
Well, I saw him at the Euros under 21s and he was fucking bombing down the wing, getting crosses in. He was fucking mega. I think that's how Newcastle utilise him.
I think he's one of those rare commodities, Livramento, that he can do both. And that's what.
Yeah, I didn't watch him in the under 21, so I'm honest, I didn't watch him.
Yeah,
for Newcastle,
Bailey's right here as well. I think Bailey's right here as well. Yeah, I think we'll see 2 at the back rather than a 3. I think we're going to play 2 at the back, and that's why I have a concern. Right, and Bailey, right, because I know for a fact, yeah, you've been on this like defending Diaz and thing. If you think this is right, does that not again play up to a little bit of concern on Diaz just because of the pace?
It does. It does.
I'm not speaking about
this is why you
anything
need
in terms of falling off or anything. I'm just speaking purely and simply. If you think we are going to play 2 at the back, yeah, with the 3 in front, which I think you're right on, do you not think that actually makes the need for pace in the back line
his game at
even
all.
more? Yeah. I think that actually pushes Huzanov into the back too as an option even more, man.
It does.
That's my opinion. And I think I think that with even if you played a 2, but a 3, but if you're playing as a 2, which could happen, I think you need. Hold on, listen, we'll see what happens, man. But I think.
Do you know what I think? I'm going to jump. You know, I just think it will be 2 at the back, and I think you've got to tighten your seatbelts, put your safety harnesses on, and this is going to be just end-to-end basketball, and enjoy the show. I honestly believe I think we're going to try and outscore teams more than we are.
I was going to say that, man. We should play
defensive-minded. Yeah.
I just can't be asked with conceding 3 goals in the last 10 minutes of games again when we've got a 2-goal lead.
Kevin Keegan, Jacob. Kevin Keegan, regen, get used. At least it's not Darren Huckabee on the wing this time.
The defense as well, lads.
Hey, I love Huckabee, man.
Yeah, he was the striker on the first ever.
Anyway,
FIFA.
Big up, boys.
Yeah, big up, man. Listen, let me do these chats and then we'll bring Tarek in, man, as we see what he's got to say about everything that's been going on, man. All right, guys, smash these likes up as well if you've not done so already. Big up to Martin for jumping on. Let's see what you guys are saying. Big up Toll says Rodrygo is a very Pep Linders signing on the 3 strikers. Yeah, I just have that in the back of my mind, bro, every time that Lenders was like, we want to play with 3 strikers, not like the wingers. So now we've got Marmoush and we've got Rodrygo. Wouldn't surprise me, by the way, if he just started Rodrygo, Marmoush on the left and Cherkov holding in a 10. I just told Rodrygo, sorry, mate, he said playing on the right. I think people are doing way too much on this. Rodrygo don't want to play right wing. I think Rodrygo wants to leave Real Madrid. That's his priority. And if City are saying, we want you, you will play left wing sometimes, but you're also going to play right wing a lot. Is he really going to go, well, I'm not going. I'd rather go some shit team because they're playing me left. No. I think he's making the move to City, mate. Shout out Spartacus says, what if we're playing well, but we're losing games? Then you've got to change the team.
You're losing. It's not good enough to play well and lose games.
Yeah, you need to play well and win games. Every time we've won the title or won a trophy, it's because we played well and won games. Imagine if we added Pedri in that midfield. Well, apparently this Nipon guy's the next Pedri, according to people. So we'll see what he's saying as well, man.
We're probably going to see him go on loan soon, aren't we?
Yeah. I don't know where, but definitely going on loan. Shout out Midman, 90 months, appreciate it, bro. Says Savio in behind, Palmeiro's defense taking a perfect first touch, then shooting like a wet fart and missing his wife City are looking at selling.
So true.
Yeah. I know, yeah. It is annoying.
That was his City career all over, wasn't it? Absolute world beater until he gets in front of goal.
Yeah. But like, and to be fair, like even if he does nail that shooting, he's going to be one top player, mate. He will. Big up Toe again says, I know he's best dribbling fullback since Marcelo. It's mad, yeah, because I said when we signed this guy, reminds me of Marcelo, and then in an interview he did with City, they said, who's your idol? Like, and he said Marcelo. I was like, yo, I've seen it as well. Yeah. He proper looks like a Marcelo regen.
He does play as well, bro. You know when Mahrez was in town, when he was in the training, he got Aït Nouri and he went like that to Pep. He said, he went like that as if like to show how he plays, you know, the type of player he is and how he dribbles. He was like, he's crazy, innit? That's what Mahrez was saying about him.
Nah, big up Mahrez, man. And big up Massive as well, because hope everyone is well. Big up the final boss.
Right, I got a dip, boys. I've done 5 hours of this stuff today, and
you've been putting it in today, bro.
Yeah, all for free, by the way.
Got you off my
Going
screen
full
already, bro.
time.
You like the Bonnie Blue of City YouTube.
Bonnie Blue. No, that is nah, big up
Never
Pulpit,
coming
man.
back from that.
Nah, big up to you, bro.
Bye, boys.
Man.
Enjoy.
Big up Pulpit,
man.
man. See you in a bit, bro. Guys, smash these likes up if you're not done so already, man. Make sure you guys are subbed up to the channel as well. We should have Danny joining us in the next few minutes as well, man, which is cool, so we can keep the show going as well for even longer. But Tariq, man, listen,
all night tonight, bro. Yeah, Jesus.
bro, listen. I took July off, so then when this shit popped up, I'm fresh, bro. Tariq, man, talk to me. Whatever you want to go in, you want to speak about Savio, Rodrygo, whatever, bro. What you saying?
So, I mean, I don't want to regurgitate all the stuff that was already said, but it sounds like everyone felt like everyone was on board with the Savio. And I guess I'm on board with it, but I genuinely, I guess I don't see in Rodrygo what everyone else sees, and that's probably mad. That's probably a mad statement, and whatever. But I just don't, and so because of that, I'm not pressed about getting him. I'm perfectly fine with keeping Savio because I genuinely believe Savio has a lot of room for growth. He is going to grow. He's going to mature, and I don't know that Rodrygo isn't, and I think maybe it was Jay that said this. He's already who he is.
Yeah.
So I don't know that there's a lot of room for growth there. Now, again, if you're saying one game tomorrow, yeah, you probably would take Rodrygo. But I'm not thinking about one game tomorrow. I'm thinking about all of it. I'm not mad at you, Noah. I probably do the same.
I feel so validated right now.
But
so glad you came on, man.
Nah, so what are you actually saying here, Tariq? Do you not want Rodrygo to say?
I'm not going to look. I don't make those choices, right? Would I move for him? No, I would not go get him.
He's pleading
if I were making the call, I wouldn't worry about it. I'd be like, nah, that's all right. I don't need him. But I'm not the one making that call.
I'm definitely taking Rodrygo.
I'm not going to argue with him coming in. I don't dislike him. I'm going to support him. I'm not going to be like angry about it. But I don't think he is that much of an upgrade over what we already have long term. So, I'm not, like I said, I personally wouldn't make that move. But again, can I argue with 70, 80 million? Well, no. It depends on how much we're getting. But if we're only going to get 40 or 50, nah, man, they can keep their money. It's worth it to me to keep.
Does this impact your thinking at all, Biley? Big up Lee, man. Yeah.
Nope.
Does this impact? So no.
No. I mean, at the end of the day, Pep is because again, I have to think beyond Pep. Pep's going to do 2 years, 3 years, whatever he's going to do. Maybe only 1 year. Who knows? Pep is going to do what he's going to do, and he's going to go. I can't mortgage the future of the club just because Pep only has 2 years. That's not. I mean, again, I don't want to see Pep leave. It's going to happen at some point, and I need to make sure that we have the best team when he leaves. I think Pep can work wonders with whoever he's got. I don't know about the people behind him. So we'll have to see. But again, I don't dislike Rodrygo or whatever. We're going to do what we're going to do. I'm sure we'll look back on it and say, hey, maybe that was a great idea. I hope we look back on it and say that was the right idea. Nori just joined. But
yes,
no, he's got the fro going. But no, that's not a move that I would make. Let's just leave it at that.
Can I be honest with you in response to that? I think you were saying how like you look at like past Pep, etc. I look at Wolves, bro, and I look at this season, and I want what's best for this season, and I worry about the seasons after that when them seasons come. And I think for this season, I've seen some nice things from Rodrygo, man, and I think he's definitely better than Savio. So for that reason, I want him, man.
Yeah, I will also acknowledge, right, that I watch every City match, every moment of the game. Everybody else, I catch them in moments. Most of the time when we're playing, or if there's the big game on TV or whatever, I'm not like, oh, I got to go study Rodrygo, right? So maybe I'm just not seeing what everybody else is seeing because I just don't watch as much. That's fair. That's a possibility. But what I have seen isn't like overly like, oh my God, we have to go get this kid. I don't feel that way.
Like
That was the poll, right? The poll is Rodrygo world class? To me, the answer is no. Not even. Yeah, I'm not gonna sit here and go down all the list of wingers, but no,
if you say not even remotely, then you are.
That's why I caught myself.
Careful.
I don't want to go too far over the top with it, but again, I just don't. I don't think he's world class.
Okay.
Danny, do you think he's world class?
Not necessarily, but I think he's a good player. This whole situation is just.
I think Savio's a good player as well, though.
I do too. I don't understand the situation at all. For one, why are we selling Savio? For two, why are we selling him to a direct rival?
Because Savio wants to leave, bro.
No, but for three, and the crux of my argument is, why are we signing a replacement?
What? Bro, if we sell Savio, we need to buy another player.
Have you not spent
with a different angle,
have you not spent the whole week saying Bob is our best winger, Bob needs to start on the right?
This is true, actually.
No.
Would you not rather reinvest it elsewhere? It'll be like in the right back that you keep talking.
I think Bob's going to get injured, though, boys.
Because I'm not doing this. We're skin brokey club. We have the cash. If we wanted to buy a right back, we could go buy a right back. The reason we're not buying a right back isn't because we've not got the money. It's because we don't think there's a right back on the market that we can buy.
Right, okay.
Yeah.
So why wouldn't you just pocket the money and start laying the groundwork for the right back next summer? Or laying the groundwork for Bernardo?
I don't think we need to pocket the money, bro. I think the money's there.
We've got the cash, man. We've got the
money's there.
But why is this a necessity? Why do you need Rodrygo?
Because if you lose Rodrygo, so if you lose Savio, right, you've got Bob, who nobody knows how good he's going to be. I think he's our best winger, but I think that's also saying a lot about our current wingers, yeah, in my personal opinion. Right?
Good point.
Yeah. Foden, nobody on this panel can guarantee me what level he's going to be at. He could be exactly the same as he was last year. Nobody has a clue. Cherky, nobody really has a clue how he's going to do. Probably going to be good from what we've seen, but again, we don't fully know. And then we've got Marmoush and Doku. Doku for me is in his final year. Put up, or you're getting sold as well next summer, bro. And Marmoush goes to AFCON for a month, and we're probably going to get injuries.
So you're basically describing him as a contingency plan in case all these other wingers don't pan out. I don't get it.
No, I'm putting Rodrygo.
Start him on the left wing every time.
So you start on the left wing. What are you doing with Marmoush?
I actually start him on the right wing.
This is the awkward thing, Danny, bro.
And then you're not playing
Marmoush
Foden
It's awkward. Why are we doing it?
Bob can rotate, bro. Bob's come off no minutes off a leg break. If that guy gets 2,000 minutes, that's solid minutes for.
Then why are we gassing him up as our best winger if in reality?
Because he is our best winger. Because the other wingers are not very good.
If deep down we are uncertain about him, why are we gassing him up this highly?
I'm not uncertain of his quality, Danny. For me, I'm certain that he's going to get injured, but only because his legs need to adjust.
So yeah, we're signing Rodrygo because Bob's going to get injured.
I'm signing Rodrygo because Rodrygo would be our best player in that position.
So he'd be our best winger.
He'd be.
So you ultimately think he's better than Bob? Bob is just best for what we have right now.
I play him on the opposite wing, innit?
But right now, he's better than Bob. Yeah, he is.
So you're
now better than Marmoush.
You're eliminating the possibility of Foden and Cherky starting together. Then
the thing is with that, Jay,
can hold bench.
As a winger, Jay, I think he is better as a winger, innit, for sure.
All these players can hold.
Whoa.
In the Champions League final, Danny, against Inter Milan, when we won the treble, Mahrez was on the bench, Foden was on the bench. Yeah, Laporte was on the bench. All these ballers were on the bench.
And where did Mahrez and Laporte go after that Champions League final? Tell me.
They left.
Yes.
But we won the treble. So what are you saying? You'd rather we do?
So you want Rodrygo and risk Marmoush leaving the year after? I'd
take that risk, man.
I'd take the risk.
I'd take the
risk.
If he wants to go, let him go.
Well, Marmoush is only going to leave if he's not getting the minutes. If he's not getting the minutes, it's because he doesn't deserve the minutes. It's as simple as that. Surely you agree with that.
I would be greedy,
if Marmoush is playing well enough, bro, if Marmoush is playing well enough, Marmoush plays. If he's not playing well enough, he doesn't play.
So when Marmoush leaves and smashes at another club, I don't want to say, oh, we made a mistake letting him go. Oh, we should have played him more.
No. The mistake will be is if we don't buy a replacement. Which is what we did when we let Alvarez go for 80 million quid. The guy who got like 40 GA in a season and went, no, we were all right, won't replace him.
I just
That's
don't know.
fucking dumb.
I just don't like how people are so willing to turn on the guys that we've already got on just so that they can twerk.
That's my point.
That's my point. Like I've seen over the last few days, Doku get dogged out. I've seen people now dropping Marmoush out of the team. I've seen people leaving Foden out of starting 11s.
Yeah, exactly.
For this guy we might get.
All I've seen on the timeline this last week is why is Marmoush not in the Ballon d'Or nominations? Now we want to bench him.
Bear this in mind, lads. Yeah, you can see this first game of the season. Foden's not even fit for it. You need another number. You've already got Foden that's not even there.
He's not even fit.
All of a sudden, if say Doc, you get one more injury, 2 injuries, you're on bare bones, man. You need another player with quality.
I'm not saying for him not to come in. By the way, I'm not saying that. But I don't get why people are so willing to like glaze this guy so hard, but then disregard the players who we've already got in the squad. Like the way we're talking, like he's going to come straight into the team and start every game, and I'm seeing like the starting.
He does. He starts in the team, bro.
Exactly, but that's going to be to the detriment of your Marmoushes, your Bobs, your Fodens.
I don't care. I don't care, bro.
Play anyway.
So I don't care about their detriment. I care about bettering the team.
Steve, you think he is like head and shoulders above everybody we have right now?
As a left winger, I do, bro. Yeah.
As a left winger, so including Marmoush.
Including Marmoush, yeah, definitely. Marmoush is a good player for me. He's not a winger though.
Okay, I'll take that point. So then, would you say if in December, January, when we were looking for players, do you think it was a mistake to go get Marmoush if we knew that there was a possibility for us to bring in Rodrygo?
No, because that wasn't a valid scenario.
But we've said that we've been going for him for all this time. Now, again, maybe Real Madrid wasn't trying to let him go at the moment, but I guess for me, it feels like why get Marmoush if we're just going to bring in Rodrygo and play him in that position?
Because everyone's focusing on Rodrygo playing left wing. But how do we?
That's what Steve just said.
But we don't know, we don't know. Everyone's assuming that if Rodrygo comes to City, he's only going to play left wing, and that muds Marmoush. How do we not know? We don't know yet if Rodrygo actually just wants out of Real Madrid. And he's rang Pep, and Pep said to him, I really want you, but I can't play you left wing every single game because I've got Marmoush. So you'll sometimes play as a false 9, you'll sometimes play as a right winger, and you'll sometimes play as a left winger. You'll be used everywhere, but you'll play a lot. Why is that not a potential outcome, like a scenario?
The thing, I think Tariq's asking a valid question, bro. But for me, I'm a little bit greedy, LB. I want my quality in numbers, bro. You know, and I think if that includes having a sick player on the bench, then I'll have a sick player on the bench. Maybe he'll play next week, you know. But it's a valid question, bro. I understand the question, and it's a valid question. You know, Marmoush is a great player, and it's worrying. The fact that if Marmoush hasn't got a place in the team is very concerning for me. But at the same time, I put the squad and the 11 first, you know, so I'd be a little bit greedy. I'd take the extra bit of quality.
Right, but try being the manager. We go to Anfield, and you're telling Rodrygo you're on the bench, but I'll play you next week. I'll play you against Burnley next week.
This is what we've always done, Danny, bro.
He's Pep.
No, the players leave. The players leave because they want to play the big games.
And then you bring another one in. It's a conveyor belt, bro. It's a conveyor belt.
You then buy the new player.
This is the name of the game, Danny.
He's had to deal with this at Bayern Munich. He's had to deal with it at Barcelona. He dealt it with it at City.
But this is what PSG did. PSG said, "Oh, let's bring in Icardi," without thinking. Icardi flopped, and then they keep bringing egos, bringing Neymar, they bring in Mbappe, and now they're going for a young core. They're saying this is our group of players for the next 10 years, and look, they're succeeding.
You know what? They're going to need to keep that depth going, bro. Otherwise, PSG will soon see detriment. You know, you have to keep the ball rolling.
Has to prove it. He has to prove, that he can deliver on the pitch. If he's not delivering, and Bob is, or he's not delivering, and Marmoush is, he can all bench. I just think we need to be a merit-based team. You play based off merit, how you're playing.
And I'm fine with that, LB.
I would agree with that.
The glazing beforehand that I can't deal with.
I'm with Jay.
Like, let the guy come in and prove it to us now. But I don't want to hear this shit about how much better he is than all the players we've got already.
Because he's better than everybody else.
Oh, come on, man.
No, I don't want this whole Oscar Bob's going to cook this season. No, Cherokee going to cook this season. First,
and then for you to be
first mention Rodrygo. You've all got mega fucking hard-ons, and it's like, get him now, mate. You know what's
why are you making it? Why are you making it like it's got to be one player can only cook and no?
You know what's ironic? The day that Grealish gets a here we go, we're just jumping into another 100 million winger without even thinking. Oh, he's fine. Go get him. Why? Why is this
The
necessity?
thing is, with what you said there, Danny, the two players you mentioned, Cherky and Bob, I think they can play with Rodrygo. You get Cherky in the middle, and then Bob on the right, and Rodrygo on the left.
And Foden? What about Foden?
Well,
No
he missed
Foden.
that game.
What about Marmoush? This is what I mean.
People dropping Foden's crazy for me, man.
Exactly.
No,
Hang on a minute. Who do you want on the bench then, man? Do you just want
if he's playing
kids on the
well.
bench or something, or what? Like, do you not want no quality on the bench?
This is what happened, isn't it? We literally won a treble with this model, and then we're giving you the model again, and you're going, nah.
We won a treble with this model, and then we lost all these stars, and now look where we are now.
Because we didn't adequately replace them.
We
lost Mahrez, and we bought Doku.
That is a good point.
We lost Palmer, we bought Doku. We lost Alvarez, who got 35 to 40 GA, whatever it was, in that season, where, by the way, everyone was fucking cooking him every single game, even though the guy was putting up mad numbers, and decided to buy nobody. We didn't replace Kyle Walker, even though he was finished after the treble year. We've not had a left back at the football club for a decade, and Ederson's fallen off as well. That's the reason why we fell off. You've got
Again, just stop glazing him. That's all.
Why
That's
can't
all.
we glaze him?
I
like
problem with him coming to the club.
Why can't we glaze him, man?
Why can't we glaze him?
Chill out, man.
No, you can glaze him, but then you look silly when I look back on your, it's Foden Remontada.
I know. Let him gain the merit first. Let him gain the merit first and then glaze him. But currently,
Foden
glazing
season,
a Madrid player.
Rodrygo, then it's Rodrygo season.
Glazing
I
a
want to
Madrid
glaze.
player.
Pause, yeah. I want to glaze all of them now because I think there's enough games where every single
He
player
said
can
pause.
come off the back of a good year. Bob only needs 2,000 minutes this year. Bob doesn't need to play 4,000 minutes, 5,000 minutes like Rodrygo did in his prime. He's just come off the leg break. If Bob gets 2,000 minutes, tick, chilling. Foden just needs to get back to having a good season. That'd be a tick. Cherky's, it's his first year. Again, I'm not expecting miracles.
I'm very excited about Cherky, by the way.
Whoa. You're not expecting miracles. You text me in the middle of workday and said emergency stream. Let's talk Cherky. What are we doing here now? Come on.
I just think there's enough games to go around for there to be a lot of games for all the players, and that means all the players can thrive and they can all be pushing each other to get better and better and better. That's the ideal scenario. Last year, Pep Guardiola was picking players based off who was the least worst player. Now he can go into the season saying, I'm going to pick the best player. Let's be honest. Marmoush didn't have a good Club World Cup and he didn't play very well against Palmero. If we're going purely based off of merit, he probably shouldn't start against Wolves. Doku should probably start against fucking Wolves based off of pure merit, or Oscar Bob even. Yeah, but that's what we want to do. We want to get into a situation where we're picking players based off of merit. But if we play in 70 games this season, there's more than enough games to go around, especially when you factor in injuries and AFCON.
Yeah. And that's fine. That's fine picking players off merit. And that's fine.
The thing is with
talking
trophies
about
as well,
players
lads.
once they've already performed. But we're talking about Rodrygo already. Like he's got more merit than the guys already at the club.
I mean, to be fair, but this is the thing. He's coming from Real Madrid. He's won 2 Champions League. He's single-handedly knocked us out. He scored big goals in big games. He's 24. He's done everything. He's won bare trophies. This is a player that's going to come in who deserves respect.
And I've already heard you say that he'd be our best option over the likes of Foden, who's won a treble and won a PFA player.
Well, as a winger, as a winger,
that he's better than Foden, and he's got a better.
As a winger, he's clear, bro.
As a winger, I'd probably say he is. As a 10, Foden's clear as a 10.
Yeah,
but as a winger,
okay. Well, Foden had his PFA Player of the Year as a winger.
Foden inverted there. The whole first 6 months.
Coming off the right hand side.
And off
That's
the left.
how he lined up.
It's 2 of his best games. He was playing straight as a 10. Brentford away and Newcastle at home. He was as a 10. He played as a 10. He might have played off the left and then come in, but he was central position. He was a central position, man.
The thing is with trophies as well, lads. You need good squads to win trophies. You don't need a good 11. You need more than that. You need a good squad to win trophies. You could do well with a good 11, but you can't win trophies with a good 11. You need a good squad.
Though. No, it doesn't need to be a Galactico squad. I think our squad's good enough as it is.
Yeah,
but if Savio leaves, that's when we've got to make a move, innit?
So yes, because Savio is leaving, then yes, I'm okay with us making a move. But I don't think that the move. There are people who are saying we should have basically pushed Savio out to make this move happen a long time ago. I don't agree with that. And I've seen people talk about sentimentality, and maybe that's my issue. But I personally, I dislike when the people who are already with us, people that are already in the squad, whatever, I don't want to say there's a lack of appreciation or underappreciation because we see them every week, and so we just wanted to go chase the new shiny object. I don't think that that's always a good thing. And I saw this when we brought in Daku, right? Because it was like, oh, I had people that were telling me he was head and shoulders above Palmer. I didn't see that. I said it at the time, and I don't know that that's proven itself out. Now again, he's on our squad now at this point, so I support him fully, and I think he's better than he gets. I think he is better than the respect he gets from our fan base, and I think my issue right now is I have an issue with our fan base and how quickly we turn on our players, and we're so quick to push them out to bring somebody else in. So we'll see. It's gotta be at least 60 million for me. It's probably more than that, but it's
on this specific one though. I don't think we're pushing Savio out. I think Savio...
No, you're right. If he has said that he wants to go, then let him go, and then we make our move. Again, it's not about. I just don't think he is as good as so many of our fans, maybe even you, LB, think that he is. I just don't think he's that great. Now, again, I will support him fully once he's here if that actually comes through. I just don't think he's as good as so many people think he is or have stated that he is. That's my only issue. I don't know that the upside on him over Savio is just night and day different. I don't know.
I think you're talking 15 goals difference is what we're talking here. So.
It's a lot, man. It is a lot. And the thing is as well, Tarek, I'd be
15. Listen, hold on, LB. 15 goals where in La Liga.
All comps.
In all comps.
When he was playing in La Liga?
I'm not even necessarily talking about last season, bro. I'm talking about next season.
Last season, all comps, he got 14 goals.
Well, but you can't really go off last season because last season, Savio was adjusting to a new team and a new league. Yeah, what do we think? Do we think that? I think many people do. I don't know that Rodrygo comes in and just is immediately the Rodrygo we see at Real Madrid. He's got to adjust to playing in the Premier League like everybody else does. He's got to adjust to playing in a system like everybody else does. I really do. He comes and he hits the ground running and he's amazing. I hope he's in conversations for Ballon d'Or because that means he's had an amazing season. But I don't think that it's just that simple. And I don't think that we should overlook the fact that Savio had to make those adjustments just like Mahrez and just like so many other people that have come into a Pep system, and especially wingers, and taken a minute to adjust. I think we should have given Savio that. Well, it's not up to us. If he wants to leave, he wants to leave. But we got to give people patience and that grace to be able to.
No, and I agree with you. But if it's Savio the one that wants to leave,
again, if he wants to go, he's got to go. It is what it is. I'm not
like again. I wasn't pushing this deal at all. I've said pure times. I said I'm happy to go into the season with Savio, Doku, and Bob. I've said I think by the time we get to the end of next season, you're going to need to offload either Savio or Doku because I think it's unlikely that they're both going to cook this year. But I was happy to go in with it. I thought we had enough, especially with Cherki, Foden and Marmoush. But if Savio wants to leave, and I still don't really fully know why he wants to leave, but if he wants to leave, which it appears he does, you've got to go in the market. And what I don't want us to do, if we're going to go back in the market, personally, I'm interested to hear Danny's thoughts on this. What do we want to go back and get another project player?
I don't.
No.
Because then you are repeating the cycle.
Yeah, and especially with Pep's only got 2 years left on his contract. I don't want him buying Subiabre, and then developing him for 2 years. I want him to say, right, I've got 2 years left at Manchester City, I'm getting rid of Savio because he don't want to be here. We're going to get someone in, and we're going to go and get... Pyrex, it's so obvious that Savio obviously wants to leave, bro. It's so obvious.
He's open to the move.
He's open to the move. He obviously wants to leave. If he didn't want to leave, he'd shut down the move, man. So he's obviously he wants to leave. He's going to leave. He's not going to leave if he don't want to leave. He obviously wants to leave, man. So that's what I'm saying. If he wants to go, and he is going, we're going to have to go and get a player. And I don't want another project. We've already got Bob. Bob's a project. I think Bob's a better project than Savio. Yeah? I think he's a better project than Doku. So, and then we've got all the other projects around the gaff. And bro, so if he's not wanting to leave, why is he going to Spurs? Are you telling us that bro? It can only be one of two things. He's either asked to leave, or City have told him he needs to leave, and City are forcing him out. It's only one of two things. That's the only two options that there can be. Either he wants to leave, and he said to City, "I want to leave," or City have said to him, "We don't want you anymore. Find a new club." And then people are going, "It's neither. It's neither." What do you mean it's neither? It's either one or the other. Someone's initiated the conversation. Either Pep said to him, "I don't want you anymore. Find a new club," or the player's gone to Pep and
I think it's a bit of both. Yeah, I don't think he's.
Well, someone's initiated the conversation, Jay.
Yeah,
Spurs. I think Spurs initiated it.
But then
Thomas Frank identified Savio, innit?
I think it's probably Pep said that he's probably not in his long-term plans. That it can be like a rotation, and then Savio's obviously been open to a move away afterwards. I think.
Would Spurs initiate it if there wasn't any indication that Savio wanted to leave? They wouldn't initiate it if there wasn't smoke, and clearly
there's bro.
Yeah,
it's exactly what we've been saying to Spurs when they went and the Forest fans when they've gone and got Morgan Gibbs-White. Well, they tried to get Gibbs-White on the release clause, and you got Forest fans saying, "Oh, Gibbs-White didn't even want to go." So you're telling me that Spurs have gone through all the hassle of finding out what the release clause is, putting all the release clauses without even speaking to Gibbs-White to find out even if he wanted to do the move. I mean, what planet are we living on here? Of course, Savio wants to go.
You can test the waters, innit? I think Spurs maybe tested the waters, and the waters are warm, I think, because, Savio's clearly open to the move.
He's clearly open to the move. If he didn't want to go, when Spurs contacted him and said, "Oh, would you be open to go to Spurs?" Guess what he'd say? He'd say no.
But now that this is all happened,
they
need to get it done quick, man. Just get it over and done with then if it's happening. Yeah. I can't be asked.
Can I make one more interesting point on Rodrygo, LB?
Yeah.
So, guys in the chat and that, you can think what you want about this, innit? Because obviously it's nothing concrete or anything like that, but it's interesting. If you watch after the stream, if you watch Saeed TV, if you look at Saeed's reaction, he's a guy that watches La Liga, by the way. If you watch his reaction when he's seen the breaking news about Rodrygo, he damn near shit his pants, didn't he? Like when he's seen, and even the other rival fans, when they seen if you watch their live reaction to the breaking news of Rodrygo, man.
Have you seen League Gunners to Savio going though as well? Because he thinks Savio's the best fucking winger in the world, don't he?
Yeah, he rates him, innit? But Saeed in particular, because I know he watches La Liga. Just watch his reaction when that Rodrygo news was broke, because, bro, he was shook. You know what I mean? So I don't know what kind of volumes that speaks. It might speak a little bit of volumes to some people, but it's just interesting, I think. I don't think he's a deluded muppet at all.
What I would say, it is interesting though. Like, and you know what? Like, I've done 3 streams today on this, right? And I've got to say, this has been one of the most interesting. I've done YouTube for 5 years. I started in 2020 in COVID time. This has been honestly today one of the most interesting debates I've ever had because one, it's not been as like toxic as some of the other ones. It's just interesting to hear people's views, man.
You know what?
And like I feel like in principle, everyone kind of like agrees. It's just like the way it's done. Like everybody agrees, that well, not everybody, but a lot of people think Savio's a good player, right? But probably not good enough for the here and now, but could be better than Rodrygo in 2-3 years. I think everyone probably agrees with that. But then you've also got people who say, well, Pep's only going to be here for the next 2 years. So do you want a player that's going to be better than Rodrygo in 3 years? Or do you want Rodrygo, who's better than Savio now, for the next 2 years to help you farm some trophies in the last couple of years of Pep, man? So I don't know, man. It's
good. I love getting called deluded. I never get called deluded. This is great. This is refreshing.
I just can't listen to people calling someone world class who scored 6 fucking league goals last year. I'm sorry. That's the end of it. I can't hear it.
You know what I'm going to do tomorrow, Jay?
How can you call someone world class who's a winger for Real Madrid who scored 6 fucking league goals?
He averaged a GA every 138 minutes last season.
Come off it, man.
That is really, really good numbers for a winger. 138.
This is what I was getting at on Twitter, innit, Jay?
I just don't like the glaze on him, man. It's too much. How is he world class? He scored 6 league goals.
Because 25 GNA in the whole season.
You're literally picking out one stat, 6 goals. He only played 1900 minutes, I'm then saying to you, look at the overall package. He got a GA every 138 minutes. You know how good that is?
I'm not even a hater either. You can't call me a hater. All I'm saying is he's not world class. How is that hating? Like, I just don't think he's world class, and I don't get why people fucking got the balls in the his balls in the mouths, man.
I tell you what, though, me and Jay did say we both rather have Elise.
100%,
Yeah.
1,000,000%.
I did see you say that.
Elise
Is nice. Yeah.
Elise,
rather-
I'd rather have Elise. I'd rather have Douay. I'd rather have Kvaratskhelia. People are asking me to name wingers that I'd rather have over Rodrygo. There's at least 5 or 6, and people call someone world class if they're in maybe the top 3 in the position in the world, and he's nowhere near that. Literally nowhere near it.
This is what's feasible, though, isn't it? What the club realistically gonna go and get in it, like, you know what I mean?
And
What do you mean? Douay's just got man of the match in a fucking Champions League final, man. One of the most like the dominant performances of all time, and people are slagging him off.
Douay is a good. He's still probably on the project thing, but he's further.
He got big numbers last season, though, innit?
Yeah.
And he's like 19 as well, something crazy like that. So
I probably would prefer someone a little bit more like along the chain than Douay, though. If we're selling Savio.
Elise is perfect. Elise would be perfect.
Elise for me is the one. Like, if you could get Elise, then that for me, like, and he's homegrown. Honestly, that's the biggest.
Unbelievable player.
The last couple of years,
if you can, but then again, you got to turn off the PlayStation. There's no way you get him out of there. There is zero way you get him out of there.
No, 100%. 100%.
No,
I'm just trying to give people names who I'd rather have, because everyone seems to be under the impression that Rodrygo's the best fucking option in the world.
Not once have I said Rodrygo's shit. Rodrygo's average. He's a great player. It's just you don't need him. We do not need him.
Okay. So who would you get? Who do you get, Danny?
Again, I don't think we need a replacement. I think we're stocked. I think we have enough.
I think that's crazy, bro.
I would have, if we were forced to sell a winger, I would have gotten rid of Doku ahead of Savio.
Oh, don't get into that conversation, Danny.
He's gonna hate that, but
why would you do that, bro?
I agree with you, but so. Yeah, I don't know. So, but I think.
What do you mean you agree with him?
But it just doesn't add up. Because like I said a week ago, it was Foden remontada, Bob season, and now as soon as Rodrygo comes up, it's get him now.
We're dropping him, yeah.
You guys are fake. You guys are fake with this.
Wow.
How many minutes is there in a season? 70 times what? 90, yeah? There's 6,300 minutes.
Yeah.
6,300 minutes, right? In an entire season. Yeah? And very rarely a player plays more than like 4,500. Yeah. So you could have Rodrygo playing 4,000 minutes on merit alone, merit only, as it should be. Yeah. Bob 2,000. I think that is legit. 2,500. That is fair. Foden's got to be hitting 4K. Cherki probably about 3.5. Marmoush, I'm looking at 4K. And Doku, I'm looking at 3.
Foden's another guy that needs to stay fit, bro. He was getting his injuries last season as well.
I know. He's been picking up, and he's got another ankle injury, by the way. How many ankle injuries Foden had now? He's up there. Do you remember as well? Was it last season or season before? He played 6 months with an ankle injury, and I think it was 2 seasons ago. Yeah, no, 3 seasons ago. Yeah, the season of the season of the treble? And for the first 6 months, he was not very good, and nobody knew what was going on. And then he come out, didn't he, and said, "Oh, I've had an ankle injury. I've been playing with an injury for 6 months." Yeah. It's just like, what? He's got another ankle injury now. I don't know, man. I just think that you could do it, Danny. Yeah? I just think you're taking a mad risk, bro. By the way, whoever's just said I'd rather play the old players. When did I ever say that? I actually said the opposite. I said I'd rather play Foden, Bob, and Cherki. So I never said that. Again, I say what the chat doesn't want to hear, and I get my words twisted.
So the chat are on smoke tonight, man. Just the
chat, fucking chatting, man. You know what I mean? Yeah.
There's some Rodrygo suckers in the chat as well, man. You just got to leave them to it.
Yeah, but there's nothing you can say. You're always going to get cooked.
I'm not rattled. I'm thinking with my head here.
You're always going to get cooked no matter what you say.
Injuries are very important to remember, man. Doku, Foden, Bob. You don't know what Cherki's going to be like in that regard. Haaland might get injured. You know, these are all guys that have got to get injured, man.
No, Haaland will get injured.
Yeah.
He'll be out for a month at some point this season, 100%.
Rodrygo can play striker.
I think it's not the same time as after.
Marmoush, but you got to think of this. You got to think of this, man.
Good point. Yeah. Nah, absolutely, man. Smash these likes up, man, if you've not done so already. Big up 8 Me says, nobody wants to bench these players. We want a large group of elite players, and the 11 who have earned it the most will play. It's not disregarding anyone. So, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Pick the players that deserve it on merit. And I say it again, yeah, people might not want to hear this, mate, but based off of the Wolves game, if you're going off the Club World Cup and Palmero game, Marmoush shouldn't be in the starting 11, mate. because he wasn't very good in the Club World Cup, and he wasn't very good the other day.
Let's forget pre-season though. Yeah, if you go in at the back end of last season, he 100% deserves it.
Yeah, and I agree. I
You know
agree.
what I'm saying?
It depends how. It depends that do you take it seriously or not. Yeah, but I just think you should play off merit. I've always said that. I don't care how much you cost or whatever.
I don't consider pre-season merit though, bro. To be honest.
All right, that's fair. That's fair. Whatever. Yeah, but like if Rodrygo comes in and isn't good, I'm not just playing him. I'm dropping him. I play Bob over Rodrygo. People are like, what, you dropping a 300 grand a week? Well, we've just had a 300 grand a week, £100 million player not play for the last 2 years. You know what I mean? So, yeah.
I agree. I agree with you, LB. I just want the glaze to come after he's performed rather than before. That's all I want, man.
And I'm saying, why can't we glaze a player that's won 2 Champions Leagues, multiple La Ligas?
Oh, why are you still doubling down?
I know what this is about. I finally know what this is about.
No. Don't use the trophies. Scott Carson's won 2 Champions Leagues.
Yeah,
bro, listen.
players in
I was gonna say, no disrespect. I won't even go there.
I know exactly what this is about. Jay doesn't like Salah because he plays for Liverpool. He doesn't like Rodrygo because he plays for Real Madrid.
We're not allowed to glaze players that have literally won everything in the game.
Not
even rate Salah.
Not when it's not for my club, all right. Not when it's not for Man City. I don't want to rate. Why have we got Madrid players balls in our gobs, man? Fucking let him come to the team first. Do you know what I'm saying? I don't want to know how many trophies he's won at Madrid. I want to see him perform for Manchester City, and then you can glaze in. That's it.
All right, let me do these chats, man. We got DB, man, says strength and depth is key. We had for DB, don't get into this one because that's a madness, bro.
True, but then again,
that is true.
But then again, but we played multiple at the same time.
I was gonna say we were playing 2 at a time.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. No, 100%. But that was a wild time.
Striker, right striker.
That was crazy. You know what, as well, right? Like there are even 4 decent strikers in the world, like in that sort of age bracket now as well. That is actually wild. Big up DV, man. I appreciate the super chat, mate. Big up Johnny as well for 23 months. Says these men acting like those at ESPN don't believe in having a deep, talented bench and rotation.
Oh, now I'm offended.
Don't do us like that.
I was not offended by
don't do
the
us like
delusional
that.
stuff. When you are comparing me to those people, now I'm offended.
that is
wow.
That's a red card, bro. I can't lie.
Yeah. How much money did he send? I mean, it's got to be a lot if he's going to come at us like that.
No, that's crazy, man. Bill Dr. Footy is a Rodrygo glazer. Says Danny and Jay, catch me outside, bro. Don't disrespect me.
This guy changed his name rapid.
How has that guy got his name to Rodrygo Glazer?
Oh, you did it this morning as well, man.
Yeah. This morning I clocked him.
Sir Al, big up Al, man. It says, Jay, do you trust Pep?
Yeah, I think he's the one who's made the decision for Savio to go. I think he's probably not seen enough of him behind closed doors. Not seen enough of him on the pitch as well. So ultimately, I think it's his decision, and I do trust Pep. He's starting to make me question him based off last year, which I hope he will change for the coming season. Hopefully with Pep Linders there as well. Not a load of yes men. I do want him to see him start not overly relying on the older players that he trusts more in the team. But of course, I trust Pep. It's not even a question.
I'm loving Colo Torre as well, you know, man. This guy's energy is on point, bro.
Great goal!
Oh, mate, I can see people in the chat now comparing like fucking Haaland and Messi to Rodrygo. Like, I can't even fucking read it. And one of them's a super as well, so you're gonna have to pull it up, and it's just absolutely fucking ridiculous.
This one, Pep rates him. If Pep wants him, get him. Says KDB Prime.
That's not the one, no, but we'll get to it in a minute.
Deep Fab's 1 minute City transfer update. I tagged you in. Oh, is that about Donnarumma, bro? We're not going to get Donnarumma, man.
No, not if we've bought Trafford.
No,
we've got 3 keepers now.
Donnarumma, man. There's no chance. And don't we need to sell Ortega to like get rid of one of the non-homegrowners? So we ain't gonna sell him and then buy him on top of Ederson. Like we said, Ederson's
I think there's word out there that Ederson may still end up going to Galatasaray or wherever it is in Fenerbahce, whichever one of those clubs.
I'd tank that straight away. If I'd tank it straight away. I don't think we can afford to, unless you've already decided that Trafford's the number one. If you've already decided Trafford's the number one, fair. But if Pep thinks that Ederson's going to be the number one, I don't think you can be like saying, "Oh, we'll sell you then, bro." The season starts this weekend.
Yeah, for sure.
Like, this is what I'm always saying. Like, for me, like, you've got to be putting, like, at the end of the season, Karl Doon should be going in that dressing room and saying to everybody, if you want to leave this football club, no problem. Everybody wants to move on. People get bored in jobs, whatever. But this is the deadline. If you come to me after that date, you ain't getting sold. Hold that. So come on, you know what I mean? And that's for me what it should be, bro.
Just on Karl Doon as well, he's one crafty guy, innit? The way he drops about that transfer, little tease. And his interview at the end of the season, he was like, "You will see." And now Rodrygo Bomber's come out to play. You know what I mean? He's one crafty guy.
Who
Man.
just put Rodrygo's better than Prime Sterling? This is what we're dealing with.
Yeah, that's cap, man. I can't
You
lie.
just ignore certain people, man. Certain people.
Prime Sterling is one of the best.
But Sterling never got the respect that he deserved.
Exactly. They're taking it too far.
Yeah, they will. They'll say it's in. They say they're defending your honour. We got Matthew, man. 16 months says, "Aren't we judging Bob off one pre-season?" No. I'm judging Bob, off academy, left wing, right wing, and attack. Yeah, that's exactly where I saw Leroy Sané when I said he's a baller for Schalke when I seen him play against City in the youth league. Yeah, so you can do it, right? I'm judging him off what he did 2 seasons ago when he played 900 minutes in the Premier League and cooked, and I'm judging him off pre-season. Yeah. I don't see why people are saying, why can't we judge people off pre-season? Yeah, I can judge you off pre-season.
He was the best player in pre-season at one time as well. Like,
yeah, of course he was. And yet again, the game against Palmeiras was one of the best players on the pitch.
Yeah, man.
But we just meant to go, we just can't talk about it at all because it's a pre-season game.
No, you can talk about it, but it's not, it shouldn't be the height of judgment of pre-season game in my opinion.
No, I agree. That's why I'm adding in the 900 minutes he's played for City and his academy minutes as well as a combined package.
I remember how good he was in the academy, bro. He was fucking insane.
He was. I liked him more than Palmer.
He was fucking insane,
might
bro.
Be plays, but I always thought he was the pet player.
He was the pet player for real. Yeah. And when he was playing in the middle, Daniel backed me up on this, bro.
Genius.
I've seen it, bro. I've seen it myself.
He can play make like no one else.
Unreal.
He was
David
a beast.
Silva vibes, man. Honestly, I got David Silva vibes
Absolutely.
in that 10, man. I'll be real. Jay, do you think Messi is a great player? Don't glaze.
Well, this is the comment I was talking about. Now, I'm having a conversation here about Rodrygo potentially coming to Man City, a guy who scored 6 Premier League goals last season, and now you're trying to make it a comparison with the greatest player of all time. Like, how is it even a question? That's it. Get rid of it.
He's Messi the goal.
A big up Zincal as well says, is that Savio? Savio 70 mil, Palmer 40 mil, buy Palmer 120, total cost 10 mil. Get him in as sporting director. Yeah, big up, bro. Big up Zincal, man. Sweet. I don't know if you guys want to speak about anything else. Danny, Tarek, you got anything that you want to speak about?
I've said my piece.
2.5 hours, man. That's a slog.
By the way, yeah, this news that come out before about City getting 85% of the wages for Grealish apparently is fake news. There's some guy, I can't remember who posted it now, said actually they've covered only half of the wages. It's not 85, which I did think 85 was mad sus.
So is it 15 plus 50% of the wages, or is it just 50% of the wages?
Well, it depends on who you believe, but what's that guy called, man? Let me find the tweet again. It's something Cross.
By the way, just out here paying for half his wages when he's not even at our club. Isn't it crazy?
We've done it before. We did it with Hart.
We did it with mad thing, innit?
We've done it with I know, but this is what happens when you put players on big contracts. Don't quite work out.
Or no one will take them, full stop.
And the thing is, for me, where we went wrong with Grealish because I wanted Grealish, but where we went wrong with Grealish, we should have signed him up, on a 5-year contract or whatever, but said, like, deliver and then we'll give you the 300 grand. Like, Marmouche, has delivered because let's be honest, right? I don't know if this is like a controversial opinion, right? But I think Grealish did well at Villa. But I do think he got a little bit overhyped about that. People tell me that the guy was like doing some mad shit. It's like, no. He was good and that, but I think what we should have done is signed him and then give him a pay rise once he delivered. But we didn't. We signed him and put him on 300 grand a week straight away.
And I think a lot of that was because the season before we signed them, Villa totally punched above their own weight. They got it wasn't 8th, but they were awesome that season. It was him and Ross Barkley and Ollie Watkins. They were actually a good team that year. So it made it look like he was carrying this terrible team. But,
No, I agree. Like that, you can't do that with every player. So like Marmoush, that guy was like one of the best players in the Bundesliga. You have to put him on a big cash, yeah. Rodrygo, you're not going to be able to say to Rodrygo, "Oh, we'll put you on 150 when you deliver, then we'll give you 300k a week." Bro, this is a guy who's won bare shit for Real Madrid. You're going to have to put him on big wages, you know. And the thing is as well, the club have done this before. We did it with Alvarez. How quickly did we boost Alvarez's wages in that first season? Was it like 4 months, 5 months, 6 months?
It was quick. It was really quick.
Bro, we signed a contract. We signed him, and then within 6 months, he signed a contract extension because City were like, "Yeah, you're mint. You're on shit wages. Here you go, boost you up." But then at the same time, this is a very fair comment. You can't really be buying a guy for 100 million and telling him you need to prove yourself. That is fair. That is also pretty fair. Yeah, I hear it, man. That is true. If Grealish is mint at Everton, we got a question, Pep. I don't think you do.
No, because he's done fuck all for years. You can't question Pep now. Grealish has done nothing. He's only got himself to blame.
I said this today, yeah. I can't remember if it was on your channel or someone else's channel. Yeah, I've been about 10 streams, but like I guarantee what happens is, right, I can't wait for Grealish to play for Everton.
Yeah, it was on mine, yeah.
In a counter-attacking side,
yeah,
run bare down the pitch through the middle in a counter-attacking side, score a goal, and people will go, "Why didn't you do that at City?" And it's like, yeah, because we don't play like that. We dominate the ball on the edge of the team's box. We don't play counter-attacking like that.
Exactly. And people will judge him of playing in a team that sits in a low block and he can run into space on the counter-attack and think he could do that at Manchester City. It's completely fucking ridiculous, man.
It's mad. Stupid. So dumb. It's so dumb. Yeah. Who would come to City if they think they're going to last one season before?
This is what I mean. This is why you can't sustainably bench a bunch of good players. This is why you can't sustainably rotate and say, "Oh, you'll play the next game after a big game." This is why Mahrez left.
No. Wait a second. Mahrez, hang on. Mahrez was also offered the chance to go to Saudi Arabia and earn £1 million a week tax free, whatever it is. So there's other stuff here as well. We also had Palmer, who was a baller, who we should have actually been playing, who was told by City, once Mahrez goes, you're going to be our right winger. And then what did we do? We went and signed Jeremy Doku from Stade Rennes, who at the time was a right winger. And Palmer went, "Whoa, what the fuck's going on here? You told me I was right winger. I want to go on loan." And we pushed him out the door.
I think Mahrez's City career naturally came to an end, you know, even though he was still a great player when he left. You know, he spent good years here. And
he was old as well.
Whether you like, you know, he did decline a little bit.
He was old. He was getting on.
Yeah, he was getting on.
He's still got a couple of years left in him, though.
My problem is, though, like when Danny's saying this about that, the players left. The players leaving for me isn't a problem. The problem was that we didn't replace them properly. That's my problem, Danny. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah. Okay, I get you now.
Because if we would have signed Elise, which again you look back at now and you go, "Why the fuck did we not sign that guy?" He's homegrown as well. Like it's for me. I just think he's like.
It's only 40 million as well, isn't it? 40 million. 50 million.
40 million. Yeah.
In hindsight, a mistake. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
We all knew the guy was a baller when he went there.
Oh, absolutely.
I don't know. Palmer was a baller. The problem isn't that they left. The problem is the players that we then bought were very poor, or not good enough, not up to the standards.
And so I don't really want to reignite a debate here, but do we not think someone like Oscar Bob's going to want to leave if we bring in Rodrygo and play him in his spot? Because you just said that we brought in Doku and Palmer went right out the door. Do we not?
Okay, so the answer to that question for me is very, 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 very clear. If Oscar Bob is better than Rodrygo, Oscar Bob will play and Rodrygo won't play, or Rodrygo has to play somewhere else. The better player plays. I don't want to play. I think Oscar Bob's mega. I think Oscar Bob's better than Savio, and I think he's better than Doku, and I've said for some time. Right, but if Rodrygo is better than Oscar Bob, we should play Rodrygo, not Oscar Bob. That's my point. If Bob is as good as I think he can be, he'll be better than Rodrygo. He'll bench Rodrygo, or Rodrygo has to play as a
So let's make that decision once they've played then, innit? That's
cool.
Yeah,
cool.
Yeah. I mean, somebody's got to be like, if we're saying it's out of those two, someone's got to be the one that starts. And if you're paying a guy $300K per week, he's going to be the one that starts. And then you got to. As
exactly
Bob has to come in and then prove that he's better than what he's showing.
Supplant him,
yeah. But again, it's like, you know, if we're signing Rodrygo, I want Rodrygo and I think he's mega, yeah. But at the same time, I'm not trying to say that Rodrygo needs to play every single game over everyone. I'm saying to Rodrygo when he signs, you're coming to a club where we've got some very talented players. Yeah, Marmoush, Cherky, Foden, Bob's coming through. Yeah, very good players. You're not just going to be playing week in, week out Like, if you're not performing, you have to. But that goes for everybody.
Yeah, but is that what Pep told him? Is he interested in City because he's under the illusion that he is going to play every week unconditionally?
That needs to be clearly explained.
Yes,
that's
exactly.
where the club need to say to him, we want you to come here because we think you're mint, right? But you will be picked based off of performances. And if you're not performing, don't think just because we put you on 300 grand a week and we spent 86 mil that you'll play. And we've got previous for it. We benched Grealish. Grealish, look at him, £100 million, 300 grand a week, out of the kick to ball. So, that's what.
But I don't think Pep makes those kind of promises to people. I think Pep has told everybody that, you got to earn it. That's historically been at least what I believe Pep has done. So I'm pretty certain he's told Rodrygo that. And I would expect Rodrygo to back himself and think that I can come in and own that spot. So I don't have an issue with him coming in any way, shape, or form. I just hate to see really what I believe to be really talented players move on before we can really see the fullness of who they are. And I think that it will show in years to come. And then we look back on it and be like, oh, how did we let that player go? Now, again, if Rodrygo comes on and takes us to another Champions League and a couple more Premier Leagues, maybe we don't care. But, we're going to look back and say, like we have with Palmer, hey, he's really good. We miss him, but what have they won? They haven't really won anything, so it doesn't matter. I don't know.
Okay. Sweet. Right, boys, anything else?
You know what, as well as the fact is at the moment, whether we get Rodrygo or not, Oscar Bob's in danger of being the only out-and-out right winger.
What do you mean?
Yeah, that's fair.
That is a danger.
Actually, out and out. Yeah,
out and out, right, yeah. You can play Foden there all you want, but I've seen Foden play a lot of minutes there, and I think he's a little bit negative there for me. He can't go down the outside.
But I think it looks like they're trying to steer away from that kind of style of football, Steve, in my opinion. I think they're going more for the inverted thing with the fullbacks as well. It looks like we're going forward with Nunes and Aït-Nouri. I think we will.
But then even with that, in there was a lot of inverted fullbacks. So it's like I thought we were going to see them bombing up and down the wing, but really haven't seen that. Maybe we will. Maybe we haven't shown everything, but
we'll just have to see how it pans out, innit? But that's just something to look at.
Yeah, it's exciting, man. I mean, everything's up in the air at the moment, innit? But at least we've got some like fresh blood in the team now that we can look forward to a good rotating team rather than seeing the same shit like we did last year. So
I'm just ready for the matches to start because
then
we can stop arguing over hypotheticals and potentials and what about this and what about that, and none of us really know. At least if we argue, then it'll be because Pep actually did this. Pep actually played that player. And so now we can actually have an argument about that.
I am looking forward to when Nico Gonzalez starts.
No, you're not. You're not looking forward to that.
And I don't have to see this chat go, oh, he's going to play all the old players. He's going to play all the old. I cannot stand it, but yeah, we'll see.
Yeah.
Who's everyone excited to watch most? To me, I'm most excited to watch Turkey play.
Yeah,
even if we get Rodrygo as well, I'm still excited.
The word excitement, it has to be Turkey.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. I think Reinders will be our best player of the new players next season.
I
think he will have the biggest impact of the new players.
He could be the player of the season. He's got that kind of quality in it.
No, I agree.
In terms of excitement, I'm so excited to watch.
If it's because you said excitement, it's Turkey. If it was, who do you think is going to have the best season? I think Reinders.
I'd be worried slightly if Turkey's going to get the minutes compared to Reinders to make as big an impact. But
he's a guy as well. He's going to have to prove himself in it. Turkey.
Yeah, exactly. He has got.
I think he will. But, yeah.
Can I, before we go, actually, sorry, Danny, go on, bro.
For me, it's Foden, and that's why I'm so upset with you guys just saying, "Oh, bring me Rodrygo."
Yes, Danny.
That's why he's seen his ass on the stream.
Great shout.
No, fair enough.
Mate, Foden at the peak of his powers is better than any of the attackers we have.
100 million%.
I agree,
and he's better than Rodrygo as well. At the
I agree.
Peak of his powers.
Oh, I agree. I think anyone that says otherwise.
We are the first people to slander our own players. We're the last people to prop them up. Foden, if he comes back this season, is going to be player of the season potential. I am ready for it.
But that's why it's an if in it. That's why we need to sign Rodrygo still. But
No! Now here comes the fact. Here, look at the chat.
Why'd you gotta throw
the
that
chat,
in, man?
saying facts. No, but you were calling me deluded. You're calling me. Oh, you have more afro than brain. No.
What?
Why'd you gotta throw
Who
that
said
in?
that?
Stay on that side.
before we go, I wanted to ask you guys about the centre back partnerships because we saw Stones Huzanov in the first half, which I thought was really good. And then we saw Akanji, we saw Diaz, and obviously Gavardio's not fully fit yet. And we did see Ake, but Ake played left back. Just sort of wanted your takes on like what you thought of their performances and like what you guys are saying about where we think we should go with the centre back partnership for the season, or at least the start of the season, based off of what you've seen in pre-season, Palmero, Club World Cup, whatever you're saying.
The only thing clear to me is that Kusanov needs minutes.
Spot on.
All season long.
I agree.
Other than that, I don't really care.
I think
this Kusanov guy.
So Vardio's got to play.
He's the only dead cert. Guardiola
Yeah.
is the only
He's gotta
dead
play.
cert in that back four. And I think the other three, depending on fitness, and a big if on John Stones here, the other three, it would be between Stones, Diaz, and Kusanov for your strongest partnership, I think. In my opinion, it would be Kusanov and Guardiola, based off what I've seen. And with the fact that we're looking like we're going to be playing that 2-3 potentially next year, I just think Kusanov's game suits that style a lot better to eliminate the counter-attack with his pace.
Yeah. There's no way he's going to drop Diaz, though, right? We know that, innit?
I was gonna say, do you read into the fact that he played Diaz and Gvardiol and then Stones and Kusanov together? Do you think he's trying to build partnerships? So we will see Stones and Kusanov in, say, some of the cup games or whatever, and then we'll see probably our normal starting, center back partnership will be Diaz.
I think he'll start weekend with Diaz Guardiola. I think that'll be the two going into the season.
Is Gvardiol going to be fit for that game?
I don't think he is he?
Wasn't it? I don't know if he's going to be fit,
Okay.
Really?
Yeah. Well, he wasn't. He didn't play any minutes, did he?
I thought he was back for it.
I don't know. Well, he might be back, but I'm just saying he didn't play any minutes against Palmero.
These injuries creep up on you, man. You know what I'm saying?
Well, when you play as many matches and minutes as he does.
Then I'd stick Kusanov straight in then. Next to Diaz.
If Pep Guardiola is starting Akanji in big games.
No, he's the one I don't want to see in that back two. No chance.
I'm going to be fucking disappointed. Akanji, man.
I think he's the worst.
Oh, yeah. I agree. I think Akanji should be last choice. I agree. I think he should be
He was brought in to be a squad player, and I think that's his role now.
Yeah. But because he overperformed for 2 years, people think that you're slagging him off, when actually you're not. You're just saying he overperformed for 2 years, and now he's just going back to his position where he should have been when we bought him.
He's regressed to the mean. Yeah,
exactly. He's been a great signing.
And this is all your earlier point. Play the players who deserve to play.
How am I anti-Pep, Alan? What does that even mean?
I swear you asked him if he what did he say something about?
I literally said that I trust everything Pep does before, and I come on here saying that Pep's the only person who's like not dispendable at the entire club, and I don't know what he's going on about.
Yeah, he's trying. He's absolutely.
He's trying to bait me, man. I will not fall for it, Alan.
Yeah. All right, yeah. We'll see what happens, man, with the centre back partnership, man. I think he'll start Stones. I think he'll start Stones, and I think he'll just fucking play Stones until he gets injured. Honestly, that's what I think.
So are you thinking Stones and Diaz then?
Stones season. Imagine that. Imagine we get 25 games out of Stones this year.
Yeah, I think he goes Diaz Stones and just plays Diaz Stones, and then just.
I'll give Stones two games in a row, max in it before he gets injured.
But what I'll say though, in my opinion, the Stones Diaz partnership was when Diaz actually looked his best. I think it's because of having Stones next to him, in my opinion.
Well, you know what's hilarious about that, Tarek? Yeah, I remember back in like the treble year and that, right, and the year before, the first year he was here, how everybody said or Stones looks mint because Diaz is next to him. And then over the last couple of years, everyone
It's
sort
the
of
other way
changed
around.
and
Yeah,
gone, oh, actually, no.
Yeah, but you know why that? You know why that was though? Because in 1920, Stones was absolutely horrible and everyone wanted him to go, including me. I thought it was time to move him on. And then get this: Laporte got injured, or no, he got COVID right before Wolves away. So we had to put Stones in and Ake in, and that's where it started. It was Stones and Ake for the longest time, and then in December it changed to Stones and Diaz. So I think it was Ake who first got Stones back into shape.
Yeah, no, I just wouldn't. I don't know, man. I probably fuck it. To be honest with you, like I'm not that bothered who plays at centre half. Like between Diaz, Huzanov, Stones, Gavardio, I'm not bothered. I just don't really want to. Yeah, I don't really want to see a Kanji. I'm not that fussed on Ake. However, that like when he
I
was
trust
running,
him to come in though.
I trust him.
I don't
over,
trust the Kanji to come in.
No, I don't trust the
all.
Kanji. But even still, like when he was running back the other day against Palmeiras, guy looked pure slow. Now
He lost his man on one of their crosses.
Yeah. But I think like we've got a solid group of centre backs there, man. I really do.
Oh, I agree.
Yeah, I just want to make sure that Pep's got the order right because I don't want, you know what I mean. The order should be legit.
Mm-hmm.
Sweet. All right. Anything else, boys? I mean, I'll go all night, man. I'll go 5, 6.
I
need to
ESPN cooking. Yeah, I can only hope. I can only hope, bro, that ESPN recently cooked Liverpool because they love Liverpool. I can only hope because I know they did a piece on Liverpool, innit, after the Community Shield, and I need to check it out, you know, because I need to analyze it, man, and make sure that they give them a bit of a roasting. You know what I mean? I need to make sure they're consistent, man.
I'm definitely going to get on it tomorrow, bro. See what these guys.
We're going to be on them, bro. You get me hounding them.
They're definitely going to be saying where they're going to play, where they're going to play, where they're going to play. Yeah.
That's the best thing.
But then again, I said that about players where are they going to play, but this is different.
Yeah, don't worry.
I need to see what
if we didn't get Rodrygo, would we be able to keep Echeverry?
Yeah.
See, I don't think that's like mutually exclusive. I think it's two different situations there. I don't think Rodrygo's Echeverry's competition.
No, I agree because I did speak about this.
Don't see him as a winger or inverted.
Savio
I just know Pep typically pushes people out on the wing before he'll play them through the middle.
Yes, true.
Which he'll probably will do with Echeverry at some point.
Which is ironic because I think before we signed Mukasa, he was a winger at West Ham. He played on the wing for West Ham, and then yet on his debut, Pep plays him in the false nine, which is like one of the hardest positions to play under Pep, which is kind of wild. You'd think it's the other way around.
He just had to spell Holland, give Holland some minutes off.
Yeah.
Just throw a body up there.
Wow. Mad Hatter has turned 180. He was fucking sounding off at me an hour ago. Now he's agreeing with me. My guy.
Yeah. Sweet. Did you watch the Napoli Girona game, by the way, Danny?
No, I didn't.
Oh, yeah.
It was on before a game I actually ended up watching. I can't remember what that game was though.
City?
Oh yeah, it was City. Shit.
Yeah. Yeah, they played at 6 because Rita Hayes played, didn't it? So,
that's right.
People in the chat saying I'm going to do Girona watch alongs this year. Yeah, we'll be on the Girona. I was going to do it the other day. The only reason I didn't do it is because I didn't sleep. So I was knackered and I wanted to save myself for the City game, man. But yeah, we'll be on a Girona watch alongs. Apparently, fucking Kevin De Bruyne slammed it in that game as well, by the way.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Imagine he has a worldly season this year. The crash out's going to be crazy, man.
I know. Right, come on, man. Big up to you guys. We'll wrap it up there. Big up to you lads, man. What a day it's been. Make sure you guys are subbed up to Tarek's channel, man. Shades of Blue. Come on, man. What's going on? You're back on the streams. You're pumping the streams out. What's going on, man?
So yeah, we're doing we're recording our episodes. Last week we recorded. We'll record again tonight here in a little bit. I got to figure out when we're starting with the Thursday night live streams or lit streams as we call them. I don't think it's this week. It may be the week after. I don't know. We'll have to see. But yes, we're back. So if you prefer the audio only, we can do that through your normal podcast software or whatever. But me, I prefer this. I prefer YouTube. So we post those there as well. So feel free to hook us up.
Nah, big up, man. Yeah, go check it out. Chat in the link will be in the description. Jay, man, we did a first long form video on Jay's channel.
Seen that.
And obviously, bare shots as well. We're rattling people. It's bare funny, man. You
Yeah.
need to follow it just to see the comment section because it's too funny, man. But yeah, what else you got coming out, bro?
Yeah, just put the first video out today with LB. Obviously, big day for City with all the transfer news and shit like that. And probably look to try and get a long form video out at least once a week when the new season starts. Just talk about the games and the news and shit like that. And obviously try and rattle a few people with a few shorts as well. We're on YouTube, TikTok channels on there as well. I think we just hit 500 subs already. So anyone in the chat wants to go over and give us a quick sub, just try and get this road to 1K going, then I'd appreciate it, man. But yeah,
I liked the short you had a month ago where you forgot there were 20 teams in the Premier League.
Oh yeah, when I missed out. I missed out Burnley at the end.
Yeah, man. Nah, definitely check it out, man. Steve Lewis is on social media. Make sure you follow him on Twitter and that. And make sure you guys are following Danny as well. Buzzing. Sweet.
Yeah. Big up yourself, man.
Good to be on.
What a stream.
Yes,
I'm buzzing for the panel show. I'm actually just buzzing City are back, man. I can't fucking wait until Saturday. City playing Wolves, man. It's gonna be sick. Can't wait. I'm just well looking forward to it. I'm just buzzing. I was buzzing the other night, man, for the Palmero game, man. I was celebrating goals like they were like legit, like proper fucking goals, you know what I mean? Like Champions League goals, man. But I was just excited, man. I'm excited that it's back. So yeah. Anyway, big up to you guys. Let's see who's live. Anyone live? I know.
I'm gonna go in Martin Space, innit? Catch me there, man.
Yeah, big up, man. Yeah, go Martin Space, chat. Go Martin Space. Big up, man. Catch you in a bit.
Peace out, everyone.
Big up, man.